Yep, I can take a whole bottle. Hold on. Let me go get me a bottle.
We are live.
Live. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome, all pro JAFFOs. Gotta let you know some things that are going on. We're doing some new stuff, and with this collaboration, we hope more things are going to come out of this, and we can't wait. But full disclosure for YouTube and for everybody else, any music that you may hear has been cleared, and we're able to use, no problems. And any views and opinions that you may hear on this show are those of the individuals speaking it. And on top of that, just take it. Give your own opinion. Get in the chat. Let's have a good conversation. And gentlemen, for a family collaboration, cannot wait. It's going to be a hell of a day. Mizzle, Dub, DJ Mad 6.
And the one in the background taking care of us. Salute to cousin.
And Sam Darnold just got sacked.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fucking good one. Let's fucking do it. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a family collaboration. Long time coming, but you know we had to get it done since one person just like a genie coming out of a bottle just magically appeared and we had to get it done.
But we had no lamps, I promise you, no lamps.
No, we're not rubbing anything.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All Pro JAFFOs and the Mizzle and Dove Show, a family collaboration bringing you highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I'm your co-host for the evening, JP. Alongside me, as always, and now in person for the very first time, from the Mizzle and Dove Show, Dove Alvarez, Mizzle, in with it, DJ 96.
Yes, sir.
In with it as well, EJ Mizzle, the prodigy there behind the scenes, getting the production work.
Don't adjust your sets. This really is real.
We're doing it. we have a full-on production. We got the microphones, we got the cameras, we got everything in here again. We had to get this going because this man, to my left, is here.
Yes.
Should we tell the story?
We have to tell the story. For those who are watching on the channel, if you haven't heard the story, y'all have done fucking 2 shows since you got here already.
Correct.
So, for those who don't know, please
Probably
tell-
might fit in one more before I get out of here.
Go ahead. Let's let the story.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously everybody is still trying to get me to move back home, especially this guy here. But I had not taken a vacation practically since January of 2020, early January 2023.
It's my birthday. It came out for my birthday. I come around for my birthday.
Yes, watching your beloved Sixers say F the beam in Sacramento.
Yes.
But anyways, most of my 2003 was tied between A7FL and A7FL and the Mizzle and Dove Show. So me and Mizzle collaborated and be like, you know what? Let me do some into Fast Furious movies to where I'm like Brian O'Connor, I'm pulling up last minute at the picnic table and just surprise the hell out of everybody.
Yes.
So I was like, I like that idea. Fucking do it. So
So what was it? We had this like almost planned out like for a year, close to a year.
yeah,
We almost had this planned out for a year.
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm putting the math together
Yeah.
and stuff like that, we almost planned this out for a year. Because it was supposed to happen, but then something got in the way, and we were like, okay, well, let's still keep it going and still keep the plan. So when he was like, I got the dates approved, I'm like, make sure the week you come out, it's a weekend that I'm off so we can plan a game night, get everybody here, get them all in suspense. And well, JP didn't even know nothing. He just thought he was coming to a regular game night. He thought he was just coming over to a game night. So that's why we like set it up. Told everybody that me and my wife had a special announcement to make. Everybody thought we were gonna get a divorce. A child was born. You know what I'm saying? But they, and what I was trying to tell them, like, why would I be divorced? Like, who does that? Makes no sense at all. You go ahead, brother, and you got going.
So, I get here early Saturday morning. Now, keep in mind, folks. Now, this was not hard to. Now, normally when I know that I'm coming, normally I will say I'm super free. Didn't do that because you'll see me put the running the horse gift talking about sound that horn. I'm free. Didn't do that because normally if I say I'm super free, that means he's coming on vacation.
Yeah.
Didn't say a word. Now keep in mind, I'm texting little big brother, our little big brother, happy birthday because his birthday was the 18th. Not even knowing that I just touched down and landed. Okay. Then we get to Saturday. I'm literally upstairs in the master bedroom watching college football, watching Alabama, Tennessee. Then of course, me and JP are
Fuck you again, first of all. We'll get to that, but fuck you again on that one.
His Longhorns were playing my Bulldogs in Austin, which I still say they should have to Arch in the second half, but that's here nor there. So,
Again, we'll get into it.
I'm like texting JP, what the hell is who was Carson Beck throwing to? JP's like, my defense. So the core gets here, and then Mizzle says, "Come on down." I'm like, "I'm doing better than that. I'm doing the R. Kelly." He's like, "You ass." He's like, "Hurry up." So Mizzle tells JP to come here. I'm walking down the stairs. I'm like, "So what's this something about some game night? It's somebody's birthday, and everybody just loses their doggone mind." JP's like, "I don't like you right now."
No.
It was more of like I saw the moment I saw JP's name, like, what the fuck's going on? Like he literally was lost for a second.
I was in the other room, and then Mizzle goes, "Hey, JP, come here for a second." Get too much of a word out.
No, because everybody recognized his voice.
Everybody assumes
Okay,
they turn
I'm
this
being
on.
bum rushed by your big ass. I'm being bum rushed by tall bastard Ryan's big ass. Here comes Debo running out of nowhere. Talking about, I know that voice. Mm-hmm. And then here comes Brian's big ass. And then somewhere in between the birthday boy is like, I hate y'all. This is the best birthday present ever. So, yeah. To the point to where Mrs. Monroe was literally in tears.
Oh,
Yeah, we had tears. Tears were flowing.
and then as soon as I mean, I don't know about y'all, but then light bulb popped into my head going, oh, this is going to be a busy next couple of weeks because Dub's in town, so now we're going to do everything that we possibly can to get as much content out of this as we can before he heads back to Vegas.
His vacation, though.
Right. How have you been enjoying your vacation so far?
Well, it's always good to come back home, and then I'm just reminded why I left. Because of wonderful California taxes and California prices, and of course, wonderful California traffic.
Well, and you also came back home where they're doing a lot of construction on the freeway. That's been going on for.
The last time I was out there, they were doing that ish. I'm like, Caltrans, you haven't finished nothing yet?
Nothing.
But meanwhile, there is a game going on. We got 3:19 left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Rams of Inglewood are up 8 on the Vikings with the Rams having the ball and Les Snead and Sean McVay trying to do some things. They're at the 47-yard line, trying to put this game on ice and actually go to 3-4 and put the Vikings at 2 consecutive losses.
Did we lose Mastix?
No, he's there.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure that
But
I was actually just about to ask. I'm like, this man, at least the last few days that I've been talking to him, he has too much confidence coming into this weekend. Deservedly so.
Cowboys.
Because Oh, what?
I mean, so that's the route we're going out. We're going to talk Cowboys Niners. Fuck you,
I mean, we don't. I'm just. Matt Six, how you feeling going into this weekend? I think I already know the answer to that question.
It's the Cowboys, so if they can't beat a wounded Niners team, then they just don't deserve to win. There ain't no reason they shouldn't go in there and dog walk them, but Jerry Jones always finds a way to lose.
Because he's Jerry Jones.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
It is Jerry Jones.
But it would be sweet, all these Niner fans at home and, to come over and, watch y'all get beat. And I might have to make another video.
Well, Mastix, you won't be the only Cowboy fan, as my wife is a Cowboy fan, so you won't be alone, and she'll be right front and center with us watching the game.
All right,
How
let's
did I
go.
get involved with the enemy on so many different fronts?
Because
This
he's
is
a good
insane.
DJ. Because
Well,
he's the greatest DJ in the world.
of all time.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but
Yeah.
we also got to bring guests onto the show as well.
Have to.
We've been waiting to get this guest on for a little bit, mostly on us because we're trying to get things in order with everything that's been going on. But you guys all know Mel Carey, big friend of the show.
Hardest working man in
Loved
sports.
it. Just like Deb said, the hardest working man in sports. But he's also given us the opportunity to continue Mel, talk to a little bit off the scene, but now we finally get to have him onto the show. Ladies and gentlemen, from SAAA X Muay Thai for the Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show. Vin, how are you, sir? Welcome to the show. You came on a pretty big day,
Yes.
for the family collaboration, but we are glad you are here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for the invite, man. It's always a pleasure to chat with you guys.
Man.
Welcome back, sir. So what is the latest in the Muay Thai fight game?
Nothing too much, man. We just recently finished our Stadium Champ Grand Prix final. I think that was like last month where we gave away a ticket to Thailand for the final. That ended up being a good show, and now I'm just kind of resting and strategizing for the next season.
And Vin, this is the first time that you would be introduced to the JAFFO Army. We all once again welcome to the show. For those who don't know, let people know who you are, what kind of brought you to this point in time, and what inspired you to basically start up a gym, getting involved with Muay Thai. Like, what was the main reason that got you into this?
So Muay Thai has, it's been a part of my life since I was a kid. I've always, really been into martial arts. My whole family does it. My family's from Thailand. And so it's just, it's a family business, right? And when I was younger, wasn't too interested in it, because, being the first generation in America, uh, I just thought I had more opportunities than to just, live that path of fighting. So I decided to, try to explore different avenues of life that probably weren't the best ideas. I was out in the streets doing a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't have been doing. And every time I ended up going to jail or getting in trouble, I went back to the gym, and then, at one point I just got in too much trouble. And I just decided, like, hey, this is the only positive variable that I can control in my life. So I need to just put both feet in it and let it kill me, and die by it. And ever since then, I just never looked back. And then given the opportunity given me, like I never graduated high school. I never finished anything spectacular, so being able to run a business, being able to promote Muay Thai and provide an alternative pathway to success for people that may need it, it's really shown that it is my purpose in life to be doing these things.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely. See,
Great story.
that's the type of shit I love to hear because
Exactly.
you, especially in today's society, there's a certain outlook that people feel that they need to do in order to be able to make it, in order to be able to make some sort of difference, in a community or whatever.
Or even
Not realizing that no matter what's going on,
Yeah.
no matter what happens to you, there's always a path to get to the right direction.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna lead up to with
And the fact that you, I always love hearing those stories about people who don't give up.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of things happen, you still, bounce back, get on your feet, and do what you can to be able to make a difference, not just for yourself, but obviously for others. Being able to come into the gym and with their own stories. So it commendable. Like absolutely, like that.
100%.
That's keep up the great work. We know it's tough. We know the path is not always easy, but what you're doing so far, like just know that you're not just from us, but from a lot of other people too. You're definitely appreciated from making the decisions that you've made so far.
And
Yeah,
just
you know
even to
I
hear the jail part, because normally when they say when you go to jail that you can't come out, and it's harder for you to reestablish yourself. For him to go there multiple times and to come back and bounce out, and then to have this for Muay Thai, and of course, fighting always solves the problems when you kind of want to get some stuff out. Punch somebody in the face, you feel good about it a little bit. So, nah, man,
yeah.
just to hear that story, man, that's tremendous. And again, just like JP said, we love hearing stories like that. Comeback stories are always great.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll keep it a buck. I mean, even when I was 17, man, I was charged with a murder charge, and that
Oh,
really made me become a man early.
yeah,
It made me understand that my life just flashed in front of my eyes, and I could be looking at 25 years.
you old.
And I spent a lot of time in jail fighting that case, and then by the grace of God, I
Man,
was rightfully given the self defense for my defense, and they dropped the charges. And ever since then, man, I really just took that second chance at life, and focused on Muay Thai, because every time I went to the streets, I ended up in a place like that.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, it goes to show me if you can find your outlet,
Yeah,
if you can find your whatever your passion.
there it is.
So,
As
we
we say
always
on this show,
use
passion.
the word passion all the time. So the fact that you were able to find that and then
Yeah.
using your experiences as well to be able to, you know, teach
I
others.
mean, at at this point now in my life, when that happened, I was like 17 years old. I'm almost 37, so that's like 20 years ago, and through that whole experience, I went through a lot of ups and downs too. And but now today, being having my gym in Maryville, which is also called Murderville.
Why we want to get these type of stories out there because again, the Muay Thai thing, everything is great, but being able to give people an example of someone who made it from a bad spot.
Yes.
The more examples we can give
Yeah.
of that, instead of really, I mean, we've always lived in a society of guilty first, innocent later, and then sometimes by court of public opinion that might not even be the case.
Correct.
So there's not a lot of whole second chances and stuff like that coming from today's standards, but most of the big things that have happened in this world have been done by people who have had a second chance.
Correct.
Sometimes a third chance. But the fact that we have individuals that are living proof
Yeah.
that don't judge me on my past, judge me on what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Judge me what I'm going to do later on.
Especially helping out kids. That for me is very, very, very.
And Vin, I know you're saying like, yeah, it happened to you at 17, but like being at a young age like that,
and coming out of it.
that still being able to come out of it and have a positive mindset at that young of an age to be able to kind of, like you said, growing up quick to be able to understand what your path needs to be at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You took the lesson at a young age, showed that maturity, and now you're in a point right now to where you're being able to be helpful to others.
Yeah.
Using that example and then being able to be helpful. Like don't lose sight. And I'm sure you got people coming up to you all the time saying, "Hey, I'm glad I have this. I'm glad you guys are here because you've seen you in others."
Right.
So for
And that's
you to be
basically
able
what
to
it
do
is,
that is great.
like me not having a high school education, or, even having a felony in my record. In that case, like I really had to learn everything the hard way, like you can't get a job. A lot of things hindered me from having a normal life, and it just kept leading me to the gym. So I just embraced it, like I just embraced what kept leading me back here for people to like want me to be here, want me to teach them, and because for the longest time, bro, I've been teaching since I was like 19 years old. So I didn't even really embrace the being the coach's position until I was 27. You know, between 19 and 27, I was still thinking I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to do something to get rich. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I was that guy trying to just figure it out. But every time I was figuring it out, something was like, nah, that's not for you. It's not for you. And I would just always end up back at the gym.
I mean,
We'll chime in on that.
we're all victims of it. The signs are there. It's smacking us in the face, but we see another path for ourselves. It happens all the
It
time.
always leads to the wrong way sometimes
It
until we figure it
you
out.
know, but at the end of the
Yep.
day, you took all those signs, you learned from all your experiences, and now you're where you need to be. You know you had that feeling in your soul that you're where you need to be, and that's
Yes.
what I'm sure a lot of people, especially nowadays, are striving for, being able to find their peace in what they do,
Mm-hmm.
being happy with and content with what they do. So being keep being that example, sir. 100%. Keep being that example. Um,
I,
getting in, I want to talk fight game with you because that's something that I grew up with. Watching boxing, Muay Thai, mixed martial arts. That was a huge part visually for me of what I grew up watching as a sport. For you, what was it about Muay Thai that really? I know you said earlier that it was something that you kind of it wasn't really something that you were looking into or looking forward to doing. But what was
yeah.
it about Muay Thai in particular that kind of
You
drew
know,
you in?
Muay Thai is it's not just about punching and kicking, like what I think having Muay Thai in my life is what really gave me that balance of understanding what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? Because you kind of have to look deep down in yourself and give yourself a honest analyzation of who you are, right? Because everyone can say they're a bad motherfucker until you meet a bad motherfucker, you know. So
That's 100%.
you cut so you kind of have to honestly assess yourself all the time, and be willing to face the music whether you win or lose. So if you're taking L's, you gotta honestly assess where you made mistakes instead of being in that confined box of like, man, I'm just a badass. When I see red, I'm gonna handle the business. Like it's not like that, like
Yeah,
you got to get really detailed into who you are so you can express that violence out of yourself. You know what I mean? So that intention will come out of you. You know what I mean? It's not something that just happens overnight. You got to train that intention. That intention to be violent, that intention to have uh, to hurt somebody.
yeah. No, it's a discipline that the main thing about it, and one thing that I've heard the conversations between circles and stuff, but some people look at fighting as a brute type of just mindless, just people punching.
Yeah.
People don't seem to understand how intelligent fighters actually are, how much
Yeah.
control
I mean, it can really like tell
you
you who
have.
you are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's no lying about the work, right? You can't say you did this because it'll show, right? You can tell in the shadow box, you can tell in the performance. Like, it's probably one of the most honest things you can perform. That you can't lie. I mean, I feel like sparring with someone, you can get to know someone, sparring someone in 3 minutes than us having a 3 minute conversation, right? Because I can know how tough this dude is, how strong this dude's heart is. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that I can learn from somebody just by trying to hit him.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. No, really,
Yeah.
like that. And you notice it too. Like after a fight, from somebody who, I mean, there's obviously opposite, negative situations from fighting, but in the more positive situations, there's a disagreement, there's a fight, but at the end of the fight, there's respect, there's an understanding.
Right.
There's there's that type of, oh, we really got to kind of see who each other
Mm-hmm.
was in this type of situation, and before
Exactly,
you
right. And you
started
guys shake
respecting.
hands and keep it moving, right? It's one
Yeah,
of those things like, all right, good game. Good game. It's all
Yep.
good. We'll come
Full
back.
houses.
yeah. Just
Good
let's go.
Exactly.
We
Yes.
can move on.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if we still agree to disagree, it's whatever. But there's still a
The proof's in the
huge
pudding.
That,
right,
yes.
right.
Yes.
You know, you got
Yes.
scraped. You can't say nothing. You got scraped, buddy. Come back better next time.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, and for you, like it, if you had to, I guess, really send out a message, being able to, and not so much as like if people want to go to your gym, which I obviously I want you
Do it
to
and do it
promote that,
now.
and yes, you should, everyone should
Yes.
go to Vin's gym. But even if they don't have the opportunity to do so, like, what would your message be to those who are looking for an outlet to something when they feel,
I
there's nothing to
think,
really get to?
I think it's a good way to develop yourself, right? It's a place, going to a Muay Thai gym is a place where you can leave your problems outside. When you go to work, you got problems. When you go, you might be at home, you got problems. When you come to the gym, all you're focused on is yourself and your ability, your skills of getting better. You know what I mean? You got a team of guys in there that are gonna help you get better and help you achieve those goals. You know what I mean? So you really just leave all your problems at the door. Like we don't do politics here. We don't do none of that bullshit, man. Like as soon as you walk through that door, your focus is to get better. And that's
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? That's the energy we have in the gym. So, and that's kind of the energy in most Muay Thai gyms. It's just we're not about the outside world. We're here about seeing what's inside your heart, what's inside your mind, and seeing how strong you can build your body.
Yeah.
Well,
Dub, got anything?
Well, I guess my question would be like for the young fighters that you train, what's the main message that you want to try to get across to them as you're training them not only to be better fighters but to be better human beings in this Mizzle walk of life?
So, so the young fighters, it starts. We start as young as 6 years old, man, and that really just comes down to teaching them good work ethic. You know what I mean? Developing good habits, good work ethic along the way. And as they're fighting, as they're achieving these goals, they understand the importance of what hard work is. Because they see the adults doing it hard, going hard in the gym, then the kids are going hard, and then when the kids fight and they win, they're like, "Dang, that felt hella good. I like winning." You know what I mean? I need to keep doing this type of work so I can keep winning. And so it's just developing good habits to where that if you are confident in what you want to do, then anything is possible. You know what I mean? I got kids that are Muay Thai champions already. They're 10 years old. It's because they committed to that. That's
Wow.
what they wanted, and we made that happen for them. And so that message is just like, if you put your head down and drown out the noise, anything is gonna be possible for you if you just bite down your mouthpiece and go for it.
and how do you, for kids as young as 6,
Yeah.
obviously, and it being as physical and really a demanding, sport. It demands a lot out of an individual.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you deal with? Because I know they're out there. How do you deal with like the parents
Oh.
going into these situations? I know there's obviously got to be like a mutual understanding of what's going on, but how do you deal with certain, I guess you would say, negative reactions, for lack of a better term?
You know, um, we do run into some parents that are a bit cautious of uh, how we interact with the kids because it is violent and stuff. But once they kind of give us that trust a little bit and they see how things have maybe changed at home or at school, they start to trust the program a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because I've had kids that came in with like autistic kids or just kids with anger issues, and we taught them how to fight. I mean, probably the worst thing to teach someone that's very aggressive. But all of a sudden, he went to school and isn't aggressive anymore. You know what I mean? He doesn't even want to fight anymore because he gets to let out that aggression at the gym. And so, it takes sometimes it takes a little bit, right? But some parents are like, "No, do whatever you need to do with this kid, beat him up." You know what I mean? But then there's kids like, "No, don't do that." And then we warm them up to it. You know what I mean? That we have levels. We have level one, level two, level three. So the level ones will be like a little bit more playful, instructional, learning how to listen, learning how to be coordinated, And as they progress through that program, it gets a little tougher, right? You got to learn how to do push-ups. You got to learn how to kick correctly. You got to kick with power now. So it progressively gets tougher and tougher, and we don't just kind of like throw them under the bus and be like, you got to be tough today. You're gonna get punched in the face today. It's not one of those things. It's one of those things where we're just slowly building their confidence, slowly letting them understand their body, so that way when it's come time to apply these things, they're confident. They know that if they're gonna get hit, they can put their hands up and block. You know what I mean? Or they know how to defend and counter, things like that.
Mad Six, you've obviously been in tournaments, you've competed and stuff like that. You got anything for him?
No, this is all good things. Doing martial arts myself, and especially with the kids, that's the biggest thing is getting these kids in there, and it just teaches them discipline. At the end of the day, like a lot of these kids come in undisciplined, and by the time they're done, you got 9, 10-year-old black belts running around that's disciplined, that's trained to do things, and so it's all just a good message, especially for these kids, and you get the parents, that always going, you get some pushback, and like you said, you get some that's just gonna go in there and rough my kid up. But it's all about positive reinforcement for these kids. They get enough of that negative stuff at home.
Yep,
Sometimes so it's just this they safe place. This they place to
Yep.
let loose, learn. Get some skills, get some discipline, and just be a better person in society. At the end of the day.
absolutely, 100% right there.
Yeah, that's spot on there.
What's one of the more like exciting? We've had a Jorge Figueroa
Yeah, Choppa.
on
Choppa.
Chava.
Yeah.
Love him.
Chapa.
I love his personality.
Yes.
We've seen highlights and we've seen film and stuff on his fights. We love the way he works. But like for you, you've gotten to see countless fighters and individuals, different personalities and stuff like that walk through the door. What were some like moments that you can remember through your time that you kind of watched or like a certain fight that you thought, oh man, I'm gonna remember this for like I can be able to talk about this story countless times and not get tired of it, type of thing.
Man, to be honest, I've been coaching for so long that it's like another day in the office to me, man. Like I can't even remember what happened the last time my fighters fought. As long as we won or we learned a lesson and we pivoted off of that, I just keep it moving, man. I try not to hold on to anything. I don't have attachment to anything. I literally just try to get the job done. If we win, we fall short, we pivot, we keep it moving. I try not to even let my fighters hold on to wins and losses. Because at the end of the day, development never stops.
Yeah.
It never stops. So I don't even compliment my fighters, man. You can see half the time I'll be in there talking shit to them, like, man, you suck. Your left kick sucks. Continuously, but they
Keep the
understand
humble.
they understand, the message is like keep going, keep going. It's not like I'm talking shit to them. It's just like just don't stop, bro. It's never ending. You got to keep throwing the same kick no matter what. Don't get bored of it.
Never get satisfied.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you get complacent, that's where things go astray.
And we talked to Jorge, and he kind of had that same. Even though he had like a loss, he didn't have that discouragement because you see fighters nowadays, especially in boxing, that once they get that one loss, it's almost like career ending. Like
It's over for
The
them.
mindset is just completely destroyed, and the mentality of going into anything else is just it's undisciplined,
Right.
it's uncharacteristic.
And a lot of that is ego, right? A lot of that comes down to ego, is they're not willing to face the music, the truth, right? They're not willing to face the truth of the possibility of losing.
How do you, as a coach, how do you deal with egos like that? And have you ever had a time where I guess the ego was so big where you were just like, bro, you got to go. Like I can't. I'm sure there's coaches who have kicked out, plenty of fighters or whatever for a multitude of reasons. But like, how do you?
Yeah.
Because it is a sport that generates massive egos. Like it really does.
Right.
And so how do
Yeah,
you,
and
how do you
it's
manage that?
it's there's several ways you can. There's guys that if I can't deal with them, if they're not coachable, then they just get out. You know what I mean? If you can't follow the program, then there's no point for me to be your mentor, right? If you're coming here looking for something from me, but I can't coach you, then we're just wasting each other's time. So that's one way to look at it. And if they're coachable, it just makes it easier, right? Because then they know how to like learn to take the L's. They can get with the team. It's not really just me, like I got other guys in the gym that have lost too, so they can kind of be like, look, bro, it's like a basketball game, right? Like every season in the NBA, you play the same teams. So what does it matter if you fought this guy one time and lost? You're gonna see him next year and the year after that and the year after that. So there's no point in showing up to the venue looking all pissed off and like mean mugging this dude because you're gonna see him again.
Yep.
You're gonna see him part at the next event and not even fighting him. So what's the point of acting all hard and tough for this one day when you see him again next year? You're probably gonna have to fight him again. So I look at it like it's just a pickup game of basketball. You're gonna do this. You're gonna see these teams again. Let's fucking play the game and see where the cards fall. And if we win, we'll go back at it again next year.
That's a hell of a mentality right there.
It,
That's
no,
good coaching.
because it turns it into in a mentality I would love for people to have more of. Instead of taking losses as losses, you're taking them as lessons.
Yep.
It's a
Yes.
different L.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not really a loss because you're learning from it to get better. So in a way, you're kind of winning. So
Absolutely. And we
yeah,
have
don't,
coaches too that actually only take fights that their fighters can win because that's almost like an ego thing for the coach, right? Because if the
Exactly.
yeah,
guy loses, it's technically the coach's fault. I've
yeah,
always learned that, right? When the fighter wins, the fighter gets all the praise. Damn, this guy's amazing. When the fighter loses, it's the coach's fault. And
yeah.
so I just learned to just deal with it, right? It's like, you can think that, but at the end of the day, it's like you're the only one that fights in that ring. So you just have to learn to accept your own flaws, right, and move as a team, right. So even when I book my fighters fights against tough opponents and we lose together. We'll lose together. We'll study the tape, and we'll make adjustments and give that game to the other fighters so they don't make that mistake.
Right.
Because I'm willing to learn, and that's the only way that we can become the best is fighting the better gyms. I'm not interested in fighting, Joe Schmo from Garage Gym or Knockout Fitness gyms. Like I need to fight guys that been to Bangkok, been to Thailand, gyms that are decorated gyms, because those are the guys that I want to learn from.
And we got a live one from Dwight. Said, "What's up, fellas? Miss y'all, boys." And then he said, "Take care of peace," and then lost his connection.
2-5. What's good, brother? Definitely miss you too, man. Definitely
Um,
miss you.
so being in, obviously, it's about learning. It's about getting better. As individuals throughout this thing. What do you think it would take? And this is more like a calling for coaches to be able to do more of that. Because, like you said, there are coaches who are in it for like the ego trip. Like I coached this champion or whatever. He did this. But
Only want to win.
it's all for it's all for show type of thing. So, like, what advice would you give to, I guess, early starting coaches, ways to be able to kind of use what you're doing, and what you're doing is being a mentor, you're being a teacher. How
It's
do
just
you help them navigate through all of this?
I think as being a coach, is you shouldn't be afraid to fail in front of your students. You know what I mean? And that way they won't
Man.
be afraid to fail in front of you. You know what I mean? Because we all human. In my gym, like I don't even have people call me coach. They call me by my first name because at the end of the day, like they're like my brothers. You know what I mean? Or if they're younger than me, they're like my kids. So I don't look at myself as a like someone of seniority or a power. I look at someone that can help guide them in a direction that they want to go. And so um, I'm not afraid to fail. And like even in not just fighting in business too. Like my fighters, they see me. I'm an entrepreneur now too. So I'm not really just being a fight coach, but I start a lot of businesses, and they see it firsthand. Starting business, I've started business, I've failed businesses. So they see it. I failed in front of them, and they're willing to roll the dice now. You know what I mean? They're willing to take more risks and roll the dice and see where it happens.
Whew.
Leading by example.
That's exactly what a coach is supposed to do, or someone that's in leadership. I wouldn't say a coach because you are that, but it seems like you're more of a leader, and you want to lead by example, and
Yeah.
that
Well, how do you also, and I guess kind of going back to the parents thing, have you had conversations with parents about like how they can be able to kind of be that type of teacher, coach, or whatever. Because I know there's some parents who are looking for help on how to handle certain situations with their kid. So as a coach, working with people or with kids as young as 6 in this type of combat sport, have you ever had conversations with parents and stuff like that on like not necessarily parenting
Absolutely. You
coaching,
know,
but like something like that?
there's there's definitely parents that that they see how I connect well with their kids, and they kind of like they kind of ask questions of how they can make that same connection, or sometimes they're just like you need to, or they'll even tell me like what message they need to get out to them too. So I've definitely had a conversation with parents to just kind of like help plant the seed in their brain and nurture it. You know what I mean? Because it's more of like I'm not really telling people what to do. All I'm doing is planting seeds, and whether they nurture or not, it's up to them. As long as I'm able to just crack that code a little bit to make them think a little differently, I feel like I did something successful.
That works.
Well, real quickly, man, just go ahead and promote your page to where people can reach out to you if they want to get involved in your gym. Please give us that info.
You could just follow us on X Muay Thai Gym on Instagram. That's the best way to contact us. Or you can find our website, xmuaythaigym.com. We also have gyms in Sacramento too. It's called Sit Tong Side Gym. So that's one of our sister gyms in Sacramento.
Damn,
And
oh,
we
Well,
have a
that's
sister
that's
gym
right in the
in.
that's
backyard
our
here.
backyard, brother.
Yeah, yeah, man.
That's our backyard. Okay. Wow.
No, we're definitely we need to. We'll when we have off air time and stuff like that, we're definitely going to keep in touch with you,
Yeah, oh yeah.
to get more of that because again, the
Yeah, we
message
can
and
expose.
everything
We
is
can give them exposure on our show, and if they want to come on and talk about their fights and stuff like that, then
100%.
our door is definitely open.
Yeah,
The
no,
more the
I have
merrier,
some
man.
really, really badass dudes up there in Sac, man. I got a dude named Kevin
Okay.
Cummins. Cy, Cy Hansen is a really good guy, man. They're all from Sacramento. I think they're both like 5 or 6 time Muay Thai champions. So I could definitely connect you with those guys, man. They're
Got to get them
really
on the
good
show.
people.
Beautiful.
Got to get
Yeah.
them on the show.
That'd be
Definitely.
awesome. Then, again, sir, we appreciate you accepting the invitation. We know it's kind of a long time coming. This is definitely we've been talking with Mel. Things have been going on long, but you've been super patient with us, so we appreciate that. And once again, sir, uh, more than welcome anytime to come on our show, to come on this Dev show.
Definitely.
The invitation door is always open for you. Anything you got to promote. Is there anything before we let you go? Anything coming up that you want people to know about so that they can stay tuned for what's coming?
Not too much, man. If you just want to stay up to date with our actual fight promotion, Stadium Champ Grand Prix, just follow at SAA_Alliance, and that will give you up to date on all of our fight shows for the 2025 season.
So, Vin, real quickly before you go, like, who is the next crop of stars in Muay Thai should we look out for? What's the names that we should look for?
Man, there's quite a bit, man. There's quite a bit of guys. I think out of Arizona right now, there's a kid named David Fisher. He's a dog, man. That guy has been actually he fought on my show a couple weeks ago, and he actually fought 3 weekends in a row. So that dude is gonna be a superstar, man. He's out of Dan's gym in Mesa. I got a couple guys here, man, that are like Jorge is definitely a superstar. Even a couple girls, man. There's some girls from Golden Era Muay Thai, Kaylee Patrick, Tatum Dorn. There's some really good names, man, that you should watch out for. I think Tatum just fought in Thailand, won by knockout in Bangkok. So Muay Thai is growing, man. You're gonna hear a lot of these names be more familiar soon.
I can't wait to see that.
Man, yes, sir.
I'm again big time fans of the fight game, and the more that we can be able to kind of witness and see that. Then again, sir, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir.
We will
Thank you for having me,
definitely
man.
keep in touch. Have you on again soon. Stay safe. Love what you're doing. Keep up the great work, and we're looking forward to everything that is to come.
All right, guys, stay up. Take care. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Vin.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
man.
Then go ahead and once again, X Muay Thai Gym on Instagram. If you want to get in touch with him and everybody there, we're definitely going to be giving you a whole lot more information. So stay tuned to our social medias as well, the Mizzle and Dub Show and the All Pro Jaffa, so we can keep you guys updated on everything else that comes on with him. And I mean, this it doesn't really get any better than that.
It does not.
The message that comes behind it, the point of the whole thing, because again, there's stereotypes on certain individuals in certain sports. You know, in the fight game and in football, there's a certain way that the general public looks at certain individuals that partake in those sports.
Oh yeah.
So when you can actually showcase the people who are doing it the right way, like that's by all means the best way that you can really showcase and let everybody know. It doesn't always have to be that perfect lineup. There's gonna be bad shit that goes on in your life.
Yes.
But I mean, God always put His strongest soldiers through the toughest times.
He doesn't put nothing in front of you that he thinks you can't handle.
Exactly.
Well, just as a friendly member, he said he'd be a personality type of trouble, even while you're going through the storm. He is there with you. But the key is seeing yourself come out of the storm. Because seeing yourself come out, that's half the battle. And then once you get out of the storm, someone's going to look to you as a pillar of strength and be like, well, you know what? If he had the faith the world ought to go through it and endure, then why can't I? Like the song says, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. But JP, let's talk about your latest promotion and your latest endeavor. The church are open, is there all?
Yeah, I'm about to pass the collection plate around over here. Sorry, him and throwing some hymns on real quick.
The background.
We will now have a selection from DJ Matchsticks on the ones and twos.
Oh, happy day.
Hey, wait. Hey, somebody pass the collection plate around. Please.
I mean, in like endeavors like what? I mean, being now an official team member of the CUSN, being a commentator and analyst for that group. Hell, I'm glad to be a part of it. And then the AI designs, that's starting to pick up a little bit of traction.
Yeah.
Some cool things are coming out of that. But I was looking at you guys going like, I gave, these guys a few little logos, but some of the ones that they came up with. But then we also have an individual who, one of y'all be at least you. So he's not completely by himself.
He's not by himself.
But you guys, for those who have watched this show, who watched the Mizzle and Dub show, you've all heard the intros. You've all heard the outros. You've heard the intro to this collaboration episode.
A day.
I can't even begin to say how thankful, first of all, that I am for the work that he's put in, but amazed, really, on how quickly and how efficient that it's being produced. So,
well, we don't call him the Super Dope Beat Maker for nothing.
And Mizzle, you're the only one who can really introduce this individual the right way. So can you please let people know who the gentleman sitting in the chair
I really
is
want
right
him to
here?
have his own name, but this is my seed. But,
Yes, it is.
ladies and gentlemen, this is who we call the Super Dope Beat Baker. My son and Buddy wants to get some love too, but he goes by many names. But what you want to be called?
17 KD.
17 KD, ladies and gentlemen. I know it as when he started and he created this for us, it was Zordok Sama. But the floor is yours. Super dope beat maker. What you got coming out?
I got a collab album with a bunch of friends. Like it's stacked, and it's been people I worked with for like 3 years, and even like people I've only worked with for like a couple months. But it's very good because I'm gonna be producing like all the album. I'm rapping on the intro and I'm rapping on a middle song in the middle, and I'm just gonna kind of gonna go all out. I just made 3 beats for it just today.
Only three?
Only 3.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
mean, if you want to count the morning, yesterday
Of course,
I made
of
like
course.
30.
So where can they find all your music to where they can hear you and subscribe and get your numbers up? Which, ladies and gentlemen, he has more subscribers than the Mizzle and Dub Show.
I don't. Well, that's them true too.
It's
So where
gonna-
can they find you?
It's gonna be on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you go, like Tidal and
Give them the name so they
like
can find you.
music. OPI 7. Well, actually no, 17KD. Just search up 17KD on Instagram. You can go to OPI 17_17. You can just find it. You can find everywhere. I got all the links on my bio.
All right. So what? I know we're gonna get you in and out because I know you gotta get in school in the morning for rest for school. But what motivated you to start doing this? Because you did try football, basketball, and other things like that. But you told me that you didn't want to do no type of sports. But remember, I told you got to find something.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you to music?
Creativity mainly. Like it just felt like I wasn't really like creating anything in my other things, but I love sports. I love sports. That's why I tuned into the show.
100%.
But it's just the music behind it and all that. It just feels good. Make.
Free mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can sit here and say this. We appreciate everything you like. Our Mizzle and Dub show don't get started off unless it wasn't for you. Even if you look on our page, the intro producer is this young man's name. He has done.
He's made 3 beats for us. 3 intros.
Made ours too, which I'm still like. How we was able to set up the intro video and everything for it, like it was perfect throughout the whole way.
And you
Couldn't
earned-
have asked for something
And
better.
you earned all this, young man. So, so anything you want to say before we let you go to the people? And please, because I'm not the type of parent that will pump up anything, because if his music sucked, he wouldn't be sitting here. I'm not that type of parent like, oh my God. And then turn around and be like, that shit sucks. I don't do that.
You're not an American Idol parent?
No. I will let my kids know straight to their face. Try again.
That would be a no for me.
So please, give this young man a try. If you're out there trying to get yourself together, only for him to be at the age that he's doing this is tremendous. So what you want to say to the people before you go out, kiddo? And like I said, we do appreciate everything you've done for us.
I don't really got nothing. Subscribe to Mizzle Dove Show. Subscribe to the Pernada Brothers. Subscribe to the cousins. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to every
This
channel.
segment is about this young man, but yet he's humble enough to talk about us, man. Love you, kiddo, man.
You got
Thank you for coming.
a Grammy winner.
Hey, he can't leave yet. The DJ got to talk to him. He can't leave yet.
Hold on. That's 6'1". Completely forgot about it. That's 6. Go ahead. Yeah, no, he needs.
You know, I'm the resident DJ. You know, just let me know whenever you're ready to tap in. Whenever you want to do some shows, man, there's always an open outlet. I got plenty of artists for you to do beats for. They know you know how to get a hold of me. They know how to get a hold of me. Just tap in whenever. It's always an open lane. So
All right, hit me up. I just saw.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was on the Pernada Bros channel. Is that where you're on?
Yeah.
He's with us.
I saw the
He's
channel
on the
and I
JAFFOs.
went to some old videos. I think I saw you on there.
Yeah, no, he's been the last show that we did. Oh my God, his birthday episode was.
It was great.
Yeah, now I've toured with some big names. So, I've been out there with Little Flip and Mike Jones and Young Joe and, Baby Bash and the list go on. So, tap in. So,
Yeah. No, we'll get those contacts and stuff like that. No, for sure.
Connected with you, message. Appreciate that, man. Yes.
oh, yeah, yep.
Thank you guys.
17 KD, future Grammy winner. Future Grammy winner.
Now that buddy's still following you.
Get ready for that to blow up, because bro, I'm not kidding you, dude. That young age and that he's been able to just fucking knock it out. The way he has. Yeah, so it's impressive. It's absolutely impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And again, like I say, I'm not that parent. We don't get participation awards around here. You earned everything around here, and that young man earned the program, all the things, and he started off on his phone. Just me hearing him do things on his phone, I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm like, okay, keep your grades up, this, that, the third. And he ain't stopped since. So, like you said, he's been done multiple things. He's done even when 2-5 drops his show, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to Live with 2-5. It's coming. He's done matter of fact that he's done things for the A7FL. Our show for the A7, he's done things for. So yeah, just.
And the Young Prodigy even dropped a video. The upcoming Winter War in the Ace NFL coming up in his birth month of January.
we even got that one where he the sideshow.
Yes.
That in the intro video,
Yes.
the sideshow video.
The Eric Munchie Shuford Jr.
Wow.
sideshow in his Dodge Charger at Banner Academy.
And it was me and JP watching that. We were doing a live stream for it, and we're just sitting there. And also with 2-5, because 2-5 was on the field, and 2-5 ran over there, and
At first, we couldn't see it, and then we're like, "Holy shit! Wait a minute, he's doing donuts in the parking lot right now."
All you hear Doc say, "He's going home. He's going home.
Yep.
He's going home." Shout out to 2-5.
Please, yes, yeah, definitely.
That's gonna be entertainment.
Yeah,
I already know.
yeah, his show.
That's gonna be fun to.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's gonna be fun to watch.
Hey, I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be absolutely fun to watch.
Man, yeah.
So, Dub, I had said at the beginning that when you got here, that aura that you feel that nothing is gonna go right for you.
Oh, now we're talking about Texas and Georgia.
When it comes to sports, it wasn't just on the field shit. You just decided I'm gonna wipe the floor with everybody in dominoes. There was a completely different aura about you when you got here. You obviously felt good about being here. But I had to literally, and this is probably what heated me about it the most, I had to watch you basically be nonchalant about kicking the shit out of my team. I had to sit there and watch you go, yeah, and then get right back to the game was the last thing you were worried about. It's I'm gonna whoop everybody's ass in dominoes first, give a little hee hee of what's going on TV, and then get right back to the ass whooping.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Like, I was hoping for a more competitive game against Texas, and I really don't understand why Sark did not have Arch start the second half, giving that Arch gave the offensive spark. Now, yes, you guys got within 23 to 15, I believe, and then the K fell in. But, I mean, in the first half, Carson Beck was in a gimmick move because he was just giving y'all the ball, and your offense just couldn't do anything with it. But however, yes, it does get very intensified on the domino table, especially with this guy and Debo and or Steve.
Didn't you tell?
Nobody likes to sit next to me.
He told me that yesterday, and I remembered immediately when everybody.
Nobody likes to sit next to me when it comes to domino.
Except Alan always falls for it. He is the only one that always realizes
after he's played his first hand, and I'm looking at him like,
"Hi, how are you?"
And
he's in it for the fun.
He's like,
"Oh no, Alan loves playing." Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah.
He if anything, he's using it as a challenge to be able to try and beat you at your own game.
The domino table has gotten real a lot of times, especially at Solano Community College. That's where the education really begun. Well, I play with a lot of OGs, as we would say, hanging out with my dad and stuff like that, and watching them, and that's where I got my doctorate. But I really got my doctorate when I went to LA to go play with my family out there. Oh, domino game out there in LA is serious.
I think Southern California just takes certain things a little bit, and vice versa. Like Northern California takes certain things.
Sports teams still suck.
Well, we know if you're just now watching this show and getting to understand what me and my brother talks about, there's a saying that I always say: the only thing I care about Southern California is my family.
Uncle Bobby. In case you're watching.
Anything else outside of that?
We got a ton of family out in LA, and that's about the only thing I care about. Sports wise, miss me all day.
That's why I felt upset that we actually have to now witness a
Should we drown in our sorrows now?
we might as well rip the fucking Band-Aid off now. It's sports related.
ready, JP?
I mean, I gotta drive home,
Okay,
so
good.
I'm partaking in other
Okay.
things, so I can be able to be
Understand.
good. Last time, one of the times I left your house, fucking drove into a goddamn checkpoint, and I do not want that to happen again.
Smart man. Smart man. Yeah.
Hey, Matt's at home though. He's chilling.
I got you, Mizzle. I got you over here. I'll match you. Yeah.
Take one for me, Matt Six. Take one for me.
Well, when it's the Yankees and Dodgers World Series, you ain't got no choice.
I don't
like neither one of those teams.
You know who's probably having a field day right now about it too?
Who's that?
Okay. He's a Yankees fan.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had his Bucks in the Super Bowl, and now his Yankees are in the fucking Super Bowl now.
And
He's probably having a
is,
grand old time right
I'm
now.
rooting for his damn team more than I am rooting for the Dodgers.
100%. That's what hurts the most.
It still burns. It doesn't
Yankees
matter
in
who
six.
I'm rooting for.
In 6?
I said 6.
I needed to get over with
I
in
need to
4.
do
Just
I
get
need
it
4
fuck
or 5.
4 and over with now.
To be a sweep.
I need
Sweep
4 or
it and get the
5.
fuck. I don't
But
really care who
I
it
need
is.
4 or
I'm not
5.
really. Like I said, you're the encyclopedia. I'm going to you for the news when it comes to this
I need 4 or 5.
World Series. I don't feel like watching this.
Well, here's the thing. Nestor Cortez being activated for the Yankees gives them another arm in their starting rotation to go along with Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, because obviously, and again, here's what. Okay, yes, the Dodger bullpen has been great in the postseason, but it is hard to do that during a whole postseason run. And not to mention, you got this Yankee lineup because Juan Soto does not swing at bad balls. He will take a walk.
I looked at his entire at bat
Yeah.
for that
The
home
game
run.
manager,
And
yeah. He will not chase.
his demeanor,
Yes.
like his whole, like how he approached, how aggressively he was approaching that at bat. I looked at that and was like, holy shit, Soto's the truth, because when you see players get overly aggressive, they do too much and something bad happens. Either pop up, ground out, whatever, swung too hard through it or whatever it was. His looked 100% controlled chaos.
Yes.
Look at it this way. The kid is 25 years old. He
no.
won a World Series with the Nationals at 20.
Well, here's a question I have.
And he's about to help the Yankees since 2009 get to the World Series.
Do you think the Dodgers bullpen can hold off the big three of the Yankees?
No. Because Stan is starting to get hot. He was the ALCS MVP.
That's what I'm getting at.
You know who needs
rise.
for the Dodgers to even have remotely a chance in this series. Obviously, everybody, Mookie Betts needs to have a good series first.
Yes.
But the superstar among superstars needs to have the series of his life
Yes.
for them to come even close.
Well,
For it to even go to 6, Ohtani's going to need to damn near bat 400.
Yeah.
Damn near 500.
But you look at his splits to where there's no runners on base, and with runners on base, that's asinine.
Yeah.
Because if he can't get on base to set the table for Betts, and I'm not going to say
I
because
feel it should be flipped.
Betts lead off.
Why is Betts is after Ohtani?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand it either.
I'm not Dave
But
Roberts.
it's work. But for we can sit here and say
No,
why, but it
that-
seems to be working for them right now.
That okay? Yes, it's working, but
You would rather
how
have
much more would become of it if you just flip flop?
I know that's where you're going with that, because now you put your best hitter in the RBI situation.
Not just their best hitter, arguably the best hitter in the game.
100%. But what do we know? We're sitting here doing a live show.
I mean,
We're not getting paid.
I mean, but some decisions now people are gonna. What the fuck are you guys now? It is like, you guys aren't in that position. Yeah, damn right, we're not in that position.
No.
I understand, but
We watched the game enough to know.
I mean, you can be observant. It's okay to be
But wait,
observant.
are we entitled to our opinion though?
Yes.
This is the
Fuck yeah.
opinionated kind of.
I mean,
show.
I used to play the sport. Like
Well,
I
I
still
played Little League. I didn't
try
play nothing past Little League, but I watched the game enough.
Yeah.
My dad loves baseball, and he can sit here and talk baseball to us all day.
It's gonna come down to which manager does not make the bonehead decision.
Ooh, and I don't trust Dave Roberts.
Oh, Dave Roberts choking in October. It's going to show up. Because it always does.
It's almost like
It's
Kershaw.
going to show up.
It's almost like Kershaw in the playoffs. It's going to happen.
That too. That too. Because again, this was my question: can the Dodgers bullpen sustain this for a whole postseason run? That's been my question. And here's the thing:
They ain't played 3 hitters like this though.
no, they haven't.
That's going to
No,
be.
they
the
haven't.
They really haven't played a whole lineup like this.
Well,
No, they haven't.
I was trying to be a little slightly nice.
The-
but
the-
if we're
They're
cutting
they're
the- if
they're
we're cutting
big
ropes, then
they're
yes.
big 3. Sure, that's something that I'm sure everybody knows. It's the other guys that are on this team
Well, again-
that people are not really noticing that are huge. Like, sure, Soto, Judge, yeah, obvious talking points.
Mhm.
But without those other pieces around,
Like
Stanton,
those motherfuckers
Stanton,
ain't good.
Stanton,
Nothing.
Stanton.
I mean, Stanton, and even outside of Stanton,
Yeah, exactly.
without those pieces,
Mm-hmm.
baseball is one of those sports that it is kind of, especially on the offensive side, you do need a good amount of guys to be able to produce. One guy is not going to turn everything. 2 guys, 3 guys sometimes doesn't even do it.
I said,
You
my
need
X
to have the
factor.
support pieces.
I said my X factor in this series is former Dodger, Yankees outfielder Alex Verdugo. He's my X factor in this
Who
series.
did say that?
And
Because
I
you don't think he wants to stick it to the team that drafted
are
him?
you fucking kidding me?
Correct.
Especially the fact that he's.
Do you know how baseball players operate
Oh,
when
yes.
it comes to revenge?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's real.
When it comes to,
Oh, it's
you
real.
think Juan Soto going up against his old team, going up against the Nationals, and stuff, you think he's not looking at it? You think all of these former teams or players going up against their former team? I mean, this can go for any sport.
Grudges are real in
Baseball players.
Yeah, oh yeah, grudges is real in baseball.
Baseball players are the most superstitious, the biggest grudge holders out of
Yes.
any sport.
Yes.
I have seen it personally. I've heard stories. It's the worst out of all. There is no love lost for anybody. You see guys like Maddox. You see guys like Nolan Ryan. They didn't
Oral
give a-
Hershiser.
They didn't give a fuck about nobody.
Yes.
They didn't care.
Yes.
When we were on the field, you were the enemy.
And
I
that's
don't
it.
care. It was a different mindset.
Mhm.
So now, these players are like it's cutthroat. Baseball is pretty fucking cutthroat, considering out of the big 3, it may arguably be I wouldn't say the toughest, because really, if playing baseball, all you really need to have is hand-eye coordination. If you have good hand-eye coordination,
Yeah, but it's
You'll
very
be pretty
hard,
good at
but
baseball.
It's very hard to hit a baseball.
it is hard to hit a
And
baseball. But Pete
and-
Rose said it himself. It's the only sport in the world where they'll make you a Hall of Famer when you fail 7 out of 10 times.
Oh yeah, well, like I said,
Rest in peace, Pete.
if you hit 3 out of 10, you're a 300 hitter,
I-
and that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that is. So in any other sport,
Yes.
that's not Hall of Fame worthy
No.
whatsoever.
No.
Baseball is the only sport. So and if you have good hand-eye coordination, good skill, decent power to be able to put the bat on the ball, defensive skills, and stuff to be able to perform in that sense, baseball is a pretty fun sport, to be a part of. But it is a very look at our live.
Right. That's what I love about live.
The live.
Well, do you got time? I mean, we ain't. We still got time.
Matt Six. What do you got coming up, sir?
For me coming up this Saturday, I got the I'm going to play with some witches down at the Witch Gang Apocryphy for a Halloween party. So
Some
we're gonna do,
witches, not
yeah, we're gonna play with some
bitches, witches with a W.
Hey, it might be some of them there.
When the greatest DJ on the planet is there controlling the ones and twos and the music.
But yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm dressing up as Papa Legba. If anybody ever seen the Princess of the Frog, he the little yeah. So they got me. I'm dressing up as him. So I got the whole get up. So I'm finna spin and some. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be something different than I'm accustomed to. So I wasn't when I first took it. I was like, I don't play around with witchcraft and all that. But hey, a check is a check.
Hey, a check is a check.
Hey, you just pray for me.
Pay that man.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna take my holy oil with me.
Yes, Lord.
The holy oil. Not the baby oil. The holy oil.
Yeah, the holy oil. No, we ain't taking no baby oil. We're taking the holy. We're taking the holy
lube
oil.
is outdated now.
No Puff Daddy.
Yeah, lube is outdated. We don't speak upon that.
Remix.
Those businesses are done for now because of Diddy.
Well, maybe not Johnson.
The baby
Johnson.
oil. The
They
baby
might
oil
survive.
business is up. Johnson can stick with the soaps and everything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the production of baby oil, it's over. We're going back to spit. That's what we're doing.
Spit shine. Here we go.
But that's it. Since you're, you got a chance to go back to see your birthday episode, right?
Yeah, yep.
How much of that do you remember?
I remember all of it.
You remember all of it? Okay.
I remember all of it. Yep.
All of it? Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I went back to look at it too, and holy shit, bro.
Now I'm telling you, I woke up the next day to go to work, and I didn't even feel like I drank the night before. I recovered so well. I went to work and worked a full shift like I hadn't drunk the night before.
You know why? It's because you inhaled.
I was carrying that pizza up, yeah.
That pizza was helping keep that shit.
Madsticks 25 just asked you, what type of music do you play at a witch party?
They want 80s rock, so like we doing like some 80s rock, yeah, some 80s classic rock, yeah. So it's gonna be cool, yeah. I got some little Halloween music and some 80s rock. So
did they ask you to play the Monster Mash?
Nah, nope. I got some cool little music in there though.
You can find a cool mashup of the Monster Mash. That might be a hit.
Hey, I'm getting a new controller. I'll make my own mashup right there on the fly.
There you go.
I believe it.
There you go.
I believe it.
I mean, there's a reason why he's
Yes. Absolutely.
why he works as much as he does.
And then once he gets going, they will never tell him what to play or ask because he's gonna
Never tell the DJ what to play.
Never do that.
That's the number one golden rule.
That's 6. We went to the wedding on Friday, right? Shout out to Nick.
Oh yeah.
Fun wedding, hell of a wedding.
Awesome.
She told me, she was like, do you think I should go up to the DJ and ask to play a song? And the first thing that popped into my head was, no, you should not. I was like, okay. I was like, can I tell you something like and be like absolutely serious with you? She was like, yeah. I was like, don't ever, doesn't matter what DJ it is, don't ask them to play anything.
Now some of these DJs you can ask because they shit garbage anyway, so you need to go ask.
I mean,
Well.
that's an exception. I guess in that case, that's the exception.
And on this whole weekend, I knew somebody else who went to a wedding. They was like, the DJ was sorry. They was like,
bro.
you would have just been sitting there looking. Yeah, I just keep hearing all these bad vibes. So,
That's six. How many times have I?
Can't DJ and can't mix, then just man, leave the money for somebody else who can do it.
How many times have I texted you at a wedding or a party or whatever that had a DJ and I go, this shit is trash. Message, you should be here.
2-5, how do you inhale a pizza? How do you do that, 2-5? You gotta explain that to me.
He said he inhaled a pizza.
He said he inhaled a pizza. Go crazy.
I know Mad Sticks did during the birthday episode.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he knocked it down. Hey, he was knocking down those shots and those drinks though too. That was a damn good time. I saw the one where he was talking about he has nobody to teach him.
Yeah.
There's nobody to teach him.
Well,
I fucking started dying,
Oh
bro.
no. Well, for the time that I was on the show, it was very, very entertaining.
He went Ric Flair, really?
He almost went full Ric Flair.
Uh-oh.
Full Ric Flair.
Oh.
Full.
Full.
Oh, boy.
Like
The
bounce
woos
off
were coming. The woos were more than like, had we gone
Bouncing
another
off the
30
ropes.
minutes, the woos were coming.
We're talking bouncing off the ropes, taking off the clothes, Ric Flair. Oh, he went
Giving the
there.
elbow to his own
Yes,
shirt. Yep.
Yes. Oh, that Ric Flair. Okay. Woo!
But I told Missy, I was like, there's one thing that Matt Six told me: when you're dealing with an actual like good DJ, never do anything because they base all the music that they play off the vibe that they're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
whatever they're feeling, they're gonna make that go a certain way. So they know how to move the party.
And if the music,
Don't need to tell them that.
and if the music's not going right, he will find the right song to get the crowd to go moving.
Yes.
At least
Yeah.
the right DJ
The
would.
right DJ would. Yes.
Other DJs,
I was just telling people
Matt
too,
Six, some of the
one thing I
cuts-
had to learn too, like at an early DJing, like you go to some of these events, like everybody didn't come to these events to dance. So sometimes you ain't gonna get people up that ain't gonna dance. They didn't come to dance. They came to enjoy this wedding, and you can put on every fire song in the world, and if they don't feel like dancing, they just not getting up.
100%.
So once you can get that through, and then you just get in your own vibe and just sometimes I don't even be playing the music for the people. I play for myself. I'm like, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna make myself feel good.
Right.
There's those points, like those breaks in the wedding where everybody's kind of like eating and just not really on the dance floor and stuff. I've seen Matt say he just starts grooving to his own shit.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Yeah,
That
I'm like,
sound good to me. Yeah.
Hey, as long as that check clears.
Yep. Yep. Nah, but that's the goal. Like once you get them on the dance floor, that's the thing. You got to keep them out there. It's like you can't let them go sit down. Once they sit down, it's hard to get them back out there.
yeah.
Or unless you wore them out because you was out there just jamming the whole time, and they were like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I need some."
That
So you hit
happens
them
too.
in like 30, 45 minutes, and then after that, you cool. You can take the request after that because they ain't dancing no more after about 30, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a good DJ, you know you burn some good calories.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
I've been to a couple of weddings to where the DJ was just on point with the crowd. I'm like, okay.
Matt Six DJ mine, and I was like, oh, like it's no shit. Like we had met up, and there were a couple of ones that he had asked, like, is there anything that y'all want,
Mm-hmm.
so that he can actually mix it. Anything else outside of that? You do your goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Everybody was having a good time, and that shit was so. It's like he knows. He knows exactly the feeling that everybody gets, and so
Well, I already knew that he was real, but I was like, oh, my man DJing his own birthday. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Six, have you ever done a bar mitzvah?
Oh.
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
It's definitely on the bucket list.
you know he will.
Oh, yeah.
You know he
Good
will.
point. And probably.
Oh, have you ever DJ'd like one of the Indian weddings, like the Middle Eastern weddings?
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, I've done the Indian wedding,
Yeah.
which is interesting. That was
hold on. One day or all 3 to 4?
No, I've done the Indian wedding.
So, but have you done like one day of the Indian, or like the whole weekend?
I'm not
That they,
just the main day.
the main day. Okay, no, bro.
Oh, it's a week. It's a week.
They
Oh, yeah,
the
nah,
weddings
yeah.
that they do,
It's a week.
Yeah.
like they start the party like at the beginning of the week, but like the main the ceremony and stuff, that is a 3 to 4 day fucking event. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
And
I'm not
and it
kidding
still
you at all.
continues after they say I do.
Oh yeah,
I kind of got that one on the fly. It was from another DJ who couldn't do it at the last minute, so I picked it up like 2 days before the event.
that was
I'm
fun
like,
as
I ain't
hell,
never
wasn't
did
it?
this. I don't know what music to play, and so hey, I found that what's that MC
Hey, that
Boom
shit
Jab
was-
or whatever. I played
that
him.
shit
That
goes,
goes.
Yep. That shit
We was to work
goes.
after that.
It was a fun party though, right?
Oh yeah,
People
yeah.
were
No, we
getting
went to
down.
work. Yeah.
What about a quinceañera?
Oh, he's
I've
had
done a quinceañera. Yeah, done a quinceañera.
Nice.
Yep.
I think all the basic ones you could check off the list.
I'm trying to do a funeral too. Hey, we could turn up at somebody's funeral one of these
Hold on.
days.
You've done a funeral?
No, I'm trying to do one.
You what?
Hey.
Hold on.
I will
Wait.
kind of.
Hold on. Wait. What would you play?
Oh,
Hold on. What wouldn't you play? What can't you play?
Precious
Hey, people after the funeral, people want to turn up. They don't want to be sad. They don't want to be sad no more.
Would you play another one bites the dust?
Nah. That's like you wouldn't even play that. That's like that DJ who played that song about the girl in the wheelchair and talk about I can't feel with no legs on that one video. Like,
Lord.
Like what? What do you play at a funeral? Like when people are in mourning.
I'll fly away.
but you at the repast though, like you go to the repast and when people they ain't sad no more, you know.
If you was DJ the repass, okay, yeah, you trying to, yeah, you definitely playing something with the electric slide. So you definitely gotta play that.
At a funeral?
At the repass.
At a repass.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're trying to honor their memory.
We ain't never played no electric slide at no repass.
No.
Hey, when I die, my boy who DJ, he already know it's going down. We finna party. I don't want no sad nothing. Yeah, nah. I need you DJ the whole funeral from beginning to end. While the pastor preaching, instead of the organ, I need you up there scratching.
When he's closing. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I need you up there scratching. Yeah, nah. Send me out the right way.
Yes, while he's closing.
No, he wants a party.
While he's going to the cross. Yes.
He wants a party. The man wants no tears. Well, I mean, tears are gonna be shed
for sure.
100%.
Nope.
But it's gonna be a fucking party. That's.
I told the wife, I'm like, make sure there's plenty of trees at the funeral. We smoking. And we going
Hey,
out.
I can't wait till your 50th though. That's what I really can't.
Oh baby.
Hey, it's going down, yeah.
Birthday.
Hey, please make sure I'm off that day. You can't make it.
What did you say we were doing, Matt Six?
Hey, I'm trying to find something, whether it's Vegas, whether it's something here in Sac. We doing something. I don't know you what yet. I need to start planning it out, but
I want to be a part of that for sure.
oh yeah.
That's gonna be. Are you gonna DJ your own party?
Part of it.
Part of it. Okay.
Until I can't feel my legs no more.
Hey, that might be within the first 15 minutes for your 50th. Hey, that might be before you even start,
Make
bro.
sure the man has a seat to sit on.
Oh
Yeah.
We might need to put the table low enough to where he can just sit the whole time. Because
Hey, all I need is a wall to lean on. I'm good.
Give me a wall.
Hey, that's what we do it up. You know
Because he's leaning.
Just lean, yep. Just lean back.
that's gonna be a fun time. Fun, grand old time.
So the damn Rams win 30-20 on Thursday Night Football over the Vikings.
Go figure.
Man, I'm so mad. I didn't realize Nicole was playing. I didn't realize he was back, so I didn't even put him in.
And Cooper Cup returned today.
Yeah, Cooper Cup. Back
Yeah,
too.
106 yards. I'm like, like killing me.
Damn right.
I know what that means.
I love you.
I know what that means.
Cuz check the inbox.
I know what that means.
Yes.
But the Rams are obviously going to be a problem now that.
So are they really going to trade Cooper Cup?
I don't think so. Now that they beat the Vikings.
I don't know if I believe that rumor.
But do you think right now, after they just beat the Vikings,
They're 3-4. They might not.
So they're still in.
They're still in it. Yes.
That was a preview of what could continue, and they beat the Vikings. And Cooper Cup just came back, and
Yes.
Puka Nacua just came back.
Yes.
Well, how much? Okay, how much of it was this though? How much of it was the Rams are starting to click again, starting to find, their groove, and how much of it was Sam Darnold finally coming back to earth? And
That's
the
valid.
Vikings are starting to lose a little bit of steam.
Valid point. Very valid.
Well, I would say he still went toe to toe with Goff and was still in that game. So I don't think that.
2-5 check the inbox.
I don't think that he was. That was that. I just think that the Rams came with a good defense, and I believe that Bradford had his comfortability back, which is Nacua and Cup.
Security blankets.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I think it was more of that per se. But now let's just see what happens next week. If they play That way next week. Yeah, that's that. See, that's that silver and black coming out, man.
I like the background
Yeah, that's
comment.
yeah.
Every
love
bit
any
of
kind
it
of
is
show.
hilarious to me. I love that so much.
Especially when it's on point. If it comes on point, I love the background. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I got that from who was that? 1320, ESPN.
Oh yeah.
ESPN Sacramento.
I like it when everything gets involved, but then like if you don't hear just that random
Yeah. It
or
works.
the laugh or the
Yeah.
the whatever the comment.
Yeah, it's perfect.
The peanut gallery comments to me have always been funny.
The good thing it's live, so
That's also true.
Also, real quick, shout out to Broncos receiver Josh Reynolds, who was shot
what?
last Friday in Denver. Was a victim of shooting.
What's going on? What's going on with these players, man? You know, as Ricky Pearsall just made his return after being
in broad
shot,
daylight,
trying to do the right thing by signing autographs and mingling with the people, and now we get this. This is ridiculous, man. This is.
Okay, now this one, unfortunately, they were leaving a strip club at 2:45 in the morning, so that's.
It doesn't make a difference.
I understand.
Where he's at. My man is trying to enjoy his time.
I understand.
His time off from playing football, and I can't be out and about.
Yeah, no, we're it's a.
I mean, what was he doing?
He was at a strip club.
No, I'm saying like.
No.
I mean, he had a strip club 2 something in the morning.
I mean, I don't, but we don't know.
Point there too.
There could have been, but then we also don't know why
I mean, of course, nobody should,
certain people act and move. Well, I mean,
dudes be too trigger happy
nowadays.
People are scared to take.
What I don't understand is why these football players don't be rolling around with security.
That too.
Well,
That too.
Or taking Ubers when they out and about getting drunk. That's how they want
Yeah.
to drive their
I'm
car.
like, it doesn't make no sense. Like, you get all these basketball players that got security. You got these football players that.
But wait, here's
Hold
the
on,
thing.
wait.
The NFL provides rides if you're out and about and can't drive. So why do
They actually provide those services for the
Yes.
players.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I mean, if you just chilling, like maybe say he was with some of his buddies, and he was just chilling, maybe he was drunk. And
not
he
risking it. Not risking it.
But I'm just
Like
saying,
the whole
if
drinking and driving,
you
like
still
I wouldn't
have
risk
the
that
league
anybody.
provide you to get home safely.
Yes.
100%. If you look, you can enjoy yourself. You don't have to fucking drive home. How are you enjoying yourself with your boys and everything like that? Driving home while you're absolutely blitzed out of your fucking mind. If you can barely walk, you need to use the services provided.
The NFL provides.
They would much rather you do that and be safe and somebody not be fucking dead.
Or turn into
Then-
Henry Ruggs.
Yes.
Henry Ruggs, prime example. Like because we all say the same thing. You have this opportunity with all this money, with all of this this fortune and fame that comes with it.
Yes. And the
And
temptation.
one bad decision
Yep.
destroys it all.
Correct.
We can have anybody can have a conversation on the character of Henry Ruggs. I am sure he is absolutely devastated and sorry.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not.
I'm just
I'm
using
not
his name as an
saying.
example.
I'm not saying that this mistake necessarily makes him a bad person. It means he made a stupid fucking decision,
Oh, yeah.
and he is now paying for that decision. That's for damn sure. You got to do your time. That's just what it is. But for it to be a continuous thing is one of those. Well, what's happening to where this is continuing to happen? Or what is not happening? Like the NFL disciplinary process.
I mean, every year they have these symposiums, especially for rookies.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard Chris Carter even talk about the fall guy and whatnot.
I mean,
Being
essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
But I mean, it's just okay.
Barry Bonds had one.
Once you get drafted,
Pete Rose didn't.
correct? But Shohei did.
Shohei did. And he's in the World Series right now.
Probably going to win NL MVP.
Probably.
And join Frank Robinson as the only other man to do it.
And he didn't even pitch this year.
No.
It was a heel up year, right?
Yeah, his arm is still not. He shouldn't be really swinging.
Yeah, he
baseball
can.
bat,
I was about to
true.
say, I'm still hitting 50-50, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah, he really shouldn't be doing that. But they want to wear and tear on his arm more by him swinging.
I mean, he's
Clear
hard.
the swing, but not clear the pitch.
Which, yeah.
He sure is.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when he comes back to pitch. That's going to be
Yeah,
a whole different
You haven't pitched in almost
type
2
of
years.
conversation.
What kind of effect will that take on your arm? Because they're already babying these pitchers now.
Yeah, but that also brings me to certain conversations of there are certain people on this planet that you can make exceptions for. There are certain people that walk among us. They're not from here. Their gift, their whatever it is totally different than the average human being. Recovery process, how injured, like Adrian Peterson, for example. I have respect. Again, one of the only Oklahomans I have fucking respect for, and that's tough to say.
Not even Trent Williams.
Right? Until I see something different on the fucking field, I will continue to say it. Now I'm not switching. I'm not switching up just because. At this point, he now made himself the prime target for the example of why shit's going wrong. So, but when you look at Adrian Peterson coming back from an ACL and what was it, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. It wasn't the full 9. He came back a whole hell of a lot sooner than that. And ran for an MVP season.
Yep.
When nobody thought that an aged running back at that point in time, coming back from an ACL, would do as much damage. He breaks 2,000, almost beats Eric Dickerson by what, 9 yards?
Yeah.
Something like that. About 9 yards.
Something like that. Yeah.
There's the LeBron James recovery process. 39 years old, pushing 40, can still hang with the young ones. I think Shohei Ohtani is one of those generational talents. I hate the fact that he's on the fucking Dodgers, but I have to call it what it actually is.
Spade is spade.
He is one of those players that you have to look at that, yeah, you can dislike him, but you got to sure as fuck respect what he's doing. Because what he's doing, nobody else has done.
So you're speaking of the 2,000-yard club.
Yep.
Here it is. Obviously, ED, 2105. Peterson, 2097. Jamal Lewis. Yes, that Jamal Lewis, still third.
Was that on the Ravens or the Browns?
Yes, the Ravens.
Was the Ravens? Okay.
2066, 2003. The Immortal, Barry Sanders, 2053 and 97. Derrick Henry in the COVID season, 2027. Terrell Davis, 2008. Chris Johnson, 2006. And the originator of the 2000 Club, Oracle James Simpson, at 20.
It's not many.
2003. Just 8.
It's not many.
The fact that OJ is on this list is hilarious to me.
Right. But the one that started it.
In lesser games, because he did it in 14 games.
It was
Think about
I was gonna say I thought it was 12.
He probably did it in
It
12.
might have been 12 games.
He might have did it.
Hold on.
I thought it was 12 games that he did. That's why they were talking. I was hearing some conversations that had they had he had like a full 17 game season, he might have gotten 3.
It was a 14 game season.
14. Okay, it was 14.
They didn't go to 16 games until 1978.
Okay. So even at 14,
17 and
you give him 17 games.
17 games that didn't start
15, 16,
until
3 extra games.
what I'm just saying, if he was running that season, if it was a 17 game season,
He would have got at least 25.
Minimum.
25 minimum. 25 minimum. 25 minimum.
And the way he was running, I would not put past him, honestly. And we're just talking about on the field, people. That's all I'm talking about. Just anything else has its own.
man was good on the field.
He was different.
Man, you rep that shit. Man, you rep that shit.
What are you saying?
Thank you. He's got the sound effects on. I love it. But
Hey, I know you don't like the late. I know you don't like none of the LA teams, but you know the Clippers got this new arena. They charging $70 for parking, general admission parking.
It do look
And they
nice.
throw out shirts too.
It look nice.
Ooh-wee.
It do look nice.
what the jumbotron throws out shirts?
Yes.
That job, boy, it could tell your heart rate and everything.
What?
Yeah.
You can play 2 games.
How much did they pay for this fucking stadium?
The owner
Too much.
Out of his own pocket?
out of his own pocket.
Save the taxpayer money, huh?
Please, Steve
He
Ballmer's
built.
got
He
money.
built that himself. He
They
didn't need.
got basketball courts and everything outside.
He didn't need no help.
Hold on. How much did he pay for this? Out of pocket?
Something like billion something, right?
Obviously, it had to have been at least 1.5. At minimum 1.5.
But yeah, his own. He didn't ask for no help. Just give me the land.
See, that's what you're supposed to do as an owner.
Yeah,
I mean,
It was $2 billion.
2 billion.
That sounds about
$2
right.
bill?
2 billion.
It was reported. What
Yeah.
people said reported $2 billion was used to build the arena. The Inglewood venue become the third most expensive sporting facility in the USA, and Intuit only lags behind the MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and SoFi Stadium.
Construction
also
costs
in
$2 billion.
Los Angeles, which are principally NFL stadiums. Stadium's too big. And they got that
So he spent about as much money as it is to build a fucking new NFL stadium.
So the very first event was Bruno Mars and the Hooligans concert back in August. That was the first event held at, yes.
It couldn't have been a Clippers game?
Well, you had preseason Clippers games,
Well, the Raiders didn't.
No, but like the first fucking event to christen your stadium, the reason why you built this stadium should be your team, not fucking Bruno Mars.
The Raiders, I think the Rolling Stones opened up Allegiant.
I mean, you got to bring in the fan base somehow.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Garth Brooks opened up Allegiant Stadium.
You got to bring in the fans somehow.
100%.
It's a different.
hey, Bruno Mars brings money.
Hey, Bruno Mars.
Even though he loves the white girl. But he
I still think he was being held hostage in Vegas. That whole stint. That whole stint he did in Vegas.
That's the weekend. I think that's the weekend that might have did that.
the greatest one next to Keith Sweat. He don't sing, he whines.
Keith Sweat wines.
Him and the weekend, they should do a whining album together. A whining duet. Talking about I love you.
Oh wow, we actually went there.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. But which, by the way, the Intuit Dome will be the home of Summer Olympic basketball when the games of the Olympiad comes to Los Angeles in 2028.
Might have to take a trip.
Go.
Olympic basketball.
Well, I mean, flag football is going to be an Olympic sport, so there you have it.
And that's going to be playing with Memorial.
Yes, at the mausoleum.
You know there are some players in the A7
Oh, I know it. I know it. I'm
As
sure they
should,
are.
and hopefully that they will look into the A7. Shout out to the A7, boss man Derek Duncan.
Kings are 38 seconds away from lighting the beam. They're up one.
Who wants that? Who wants to talk about that?
Light them up.
Giving scores. It's 115, 114. Celtics beat the Wizards 122 to 102.
What is the hatred for the lowly Kings?
Pool boy that drowned, I guess he was hooping today. They said that boy was hooping. Jordan Poole.
Well,
Hold on. Wait. What did you just say?
The pool boy that drowned.
The pool boy that drowned.
Well,
that's us Warrior fans.
He had
we know
20.
it.
He had 26.
As a Warrior fan, we know what he's saying with that.
Drowned or got knocked the fuck out by a Draymond Green? Which one?
Same
Which one are we actually talking
Same
about?
guy.
Same guy.
Was that at the same moment?
No.
The way he fell looked like he drowned.
Well, Draymond needs to shut up because he already got his first technical foul of the season.
That was crazy.
Didn't
First quarter.
Didn't wait. He just said, you know what? Let's get it out. Let's get it out the way right now. I'm gonna argue. So let's just call it what it is.
I hoped to God that those championships wouldn't have gotten to the
Now the
Eagles
game
the way
is
they
tied
have.
between the T-Wolves and the Kings at 115.
Let's go.
115, 115. Okay, seriously, what's the hatred for the Kings? I mean, they haven't been shit in over 16 years.
Yeah, it's just.
Because their fan
Okay.
base ain't shit. Y'all think they
Fuck, make
fan
you rip
base
and
like
shit. Fuck, make you rip and shit. Fuck, make you rip and shit.
I mean, you had that on a loop.
On the loop.
they fan base is like the Niners fan base.
What do you mean, like the? How
Not
are you
all of
like
us.
that when you're not?
all of us.
Well, yeah, not all of y'all, but
First of all,
the ones I deal with
now
be
he's trying to
delusional.
cross lines.
The ones I deal with are delusional.
Okay, but how are you delusional when you're not winning?
Hey, you asked them. You asking the wrong man that question.
I don't understand how you can be. It's always packed.
They act like they're the
Golden Line's
greatest.
always been packed.
Light the beam. Man,
No,
fuck
I'm
that bitch.
just observe it from living here. Shit, it's on local television. I'm just seeing what's been going
And
on.
not to mention, it is the only ticket in. Well,
Really, the only thing you
not
can do
anymore,
is sack.
Because the West Sacramento A's, your 2025 West Sacramento.
This is why I won. The A's are coming to Sacramento.
Us Giants fans out there selling
And this is why Sac State is trying to go to the Pac-12. They're trying to bring more shit.
They're just going to be the athletics. But of course, but of course, on this show, you are what city
West Sacramento.
you play in, and you play in West Sacramento, so you are the West.
Are the River
Sacramento-
Cats still going to play there?
Yes, they are.
So they're sharing the stadium.
Yes, they were supposed to go to.
I thought they were too.
No,
They were supposed to be renovating this.
yeah, the stadium was supposed to go to turf, but because of the heat here in the 916, they're going to keep grass. So my guess is probably when the A's are on the road, the River Cats will be home, and vice versa.
So for
The next 3 seasons.
but they're going to obviously renovate and add more to. At least those were the plans that I saw, that they were looking to add what, like 10,000 more seats.
When John Fisher is the owner, don't believe anything he freaking says.
That's also true.
He's the reason why
But
the Shield is in my city of residence.
what cracks me up is how are you going to compensate a Major League Baseball team to a minor league baseball capacity?
Because
I mean, you were selling that amount of tickets to begin with where you were at. Ain't nobody was sure.
Because Robert Manfred is an idiot because the owners are idiots.
I just want to say this.
Then move to
I
Sacramento.
understand how many A's fans there are.
Yes. And they're very good, passionate fans.
But
and knowledgeable.
I understand. But there was a whole hell of a lot of times where there were nobody at that fucking stadium.
True.
As passionate as they are, they weren't showing up.
They weren't,
So I guess I'm playing bad guy devil's advocate at this
they
point.
weren't showing up because of John Fisher. And
Right. So then that gave Fisher an excuse
Yes,
to leave. We're not selling here. We need to leave. So that quote unquote boycott turned against the fans. Instead of them showing up in full force yelling, sell the fucking team,
But then showing up when they found out they were leaving.
and there was nothing they could do about it at that point. Now you want to show up.
Yeah, it was back.
Well,
I know I'm being a dick by saying that, because I think the A's should have stayed in Oakland. I think they should have stayed in Oakland.
oh, and
one.
it's fouled.
It's like saying the San Francisco 49ers should have stayed in San Francisco.
We should have.
That's
We should have just played over at Stanford while they renovated Candlestick.
And just like we should be built, that stadium that's in Vegas right now should have been built on that same plot that they've been playing on.
I mean, so
Because John Fisher cock blocked that. That's why
How did he block? Where are we supposed to go to A's supposed to go to
Fremont.
Lake Mer- no, we're supposed to go to Lake
No,
Erie. I mean, not Lake
well,
Erie,
even before,
The
even
Oak-
before Howard Terminal was a thought.
the A's were supposed to be in San Jose as well.
They had plans
To go to Merritt.
to build in Fremont,
Oh yeah, Fremont.
Cisco Field,
Yes.
to which I would have called them the Fremont A's.
Plans. They all drawn up and everything.
Yeah,
Ready
plans,
to
blueprint plans, model of the stadium.
go. Ready to go.
It would have been built in like 2009, and this was back in the mid 2000s when Lou Wolf was still the dog owner before he sold it to John Fisher. But MLB is a whole bunch of cock blockers because Reggie Jackson had Bill Gates and Paul Allen of Microsoft as part of his ownership group because Reggie was trying to buy the A's, but MLB cock blocked Reggie Jackson. So you want cock block an all-time franchise player from your franchise from buying the team because Bud Selig is a total dick because he's but college buddy with Lou Wolf. Okay, and keep this in mind, folks. The late Walter Haas, who save the A's from becoming the Denver Athletics in the 80s, gave the Giants San Jose so the Giants wouldn't move to Tampa.
And we're about to go to Tampa?
Yes.
This is why we like having the encyclopedia here.
But Walter Haas was nice enough to give Peter McGowan the San Jose territorial rights, and then Larry Bear, being a dick, blocked that because the A's were trying to move to San Jose and be in the San Jose Athletics.
Yeah. I knew when that got proposed
Yes.
for the San Jose Athletics to happen, I was like, there's no way the Giants are about to allow this.
No, they
There's
did.
no way. And it
Now-
wasn't going to happen. And then now this whole move to Sacramento, I forgot who it was, but they had mentioned that somehow, some way, the A's because they're going to be here for how long?
3 years. Supposed to be 3 years.
Supposed
For 3
to be
years?
Keegan Murray for the win. Oh, rips out.
Oh, he almost had it.
Let's go.
He almost had it.
No lighting the beam.
No beam lighting tonight.
Nope.
So the Timberwolves get the win, 117-115.
He had to,
DeMar DeRozan almost stepped in bounds.
Oh,
Ooh, he had a look.
Ooh, ripped
yikes. He almost had that. Hey, good effort, though. Hey.
Oh, my God, some
Almost.
photos open underneath.
I don't think he had time to make that pass.
Boy, man.
They wanted to win.
Yeah, I don't think you had.
That stadium would have been rocking, too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they would have.
The whole downtown would have been going crazy. But no beam.
Okay, so explain. Nobody's been able to explain this to me. Why the hatred? Is it really because of the fans?
No, I just don't like the Kings because they're in the Warriors division.
Oh, so it's like a divisional rival
Yeah,
thing.
it's like, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I don't-
That's just
I
saying.
don't hate
If
them.
that's the case, then that's
I
fine.
don't hate them per se. Yes, our division wrong, but here's the thing.
they just played our division.
They both really never have been good at the same time, because when the Warriors had Run TMC, the Kings were winning 17 wins a season, and then when the Kings had that run from 98-99 to 2005-2006, the Warriors were very shitty, with the exception of.
People forget how shitty the Warriors were.
Oh, we know. We know.
No, I know you guys know, but I'm saying like a lot of the new
Yeah.
those bandwagon fans that jumped on afterwards
like,
and
y'all
everything.
don't understand that we would overpaid for past their prime players just to try to get seats in the arena.
Yep.
Knowing that they're going to get their ass kicked every game long, we would still wear our colors. Then here comes We Believe, gave us that tremendous run.
We Believe was fun. That's what made me a Warrior fan. That team right there made me a Warrior fan.
Baron Davis. Oh, man.
I have a Steven Jackson jersey. Like I got a Steven Jackson, but Matt Barnes on that team too. Like that was a whole. That was a fun squad
The
to
Baron
watch.
Davis
Honestly.
dunk on Karolinko.
Oh,
Just
that's that dunk was just
amazing.
filthy.
who should have won the MVP last year? That man, SGA.
I agree.
Should have won the MVP. That's just one man's.
Jokic won it, right?
No.
Or who won it last year?
Who won it?
We sure it wasn't Jokic? I thought it was Jokic.
It might have been.
I thought the race that they were talking about was Embiid and Jokic at one point.
Okay, it was Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Jokic. 'Cause they
But
gave
yeah,
it to
no.
Embiid the year before.
Yes. Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I knew that.
Well deserved.
Oh my lord!
Throw it down, young fella.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name? Oh, no.
Holmgren.
The days of the big man, like the Shaq size big man,
Long and gone.
those are gone.
Oh,
The Karl Malone big man, like those are all
Mr. Roby.
Not all the way gone, but it's getting to that point.
like everybody's an alien now.
Thunder skunked the Nuggets.
Everybody looks like Wemby and
Good grief.
fucking
And Jokic.
Holmgren
and
right
Jokic
here.
still woke up and got one.
You got a triple double?
Yeah, he did. In a losing cause.
He just wakes up.
Speaking of the rivalry, look at this.
And the Niners will be wearing the red throwbacks of '94 against the Arlington.
So you know, normally I say prime time, not going to touch us, but
It's a different team.
it's a very hurt team playing against a team who's also hurt and owner can't get out of his own fucking way.
Oh
But
yes.
what Dak Prescott is going to show us?
The bad one. It's not going to be a good game. Probably the bad one.
No,
Normally.
Normally, yes.
This whole season has been going unnormally.
Yeah, I think Brock finna get hurt next.
This
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
guy. See?
Here
You
he
see?
goes.
Oh.
You see what I deal with?
Oh.
This guy's over here wishing injury.
Oh.
I'm not wishing injuries. I'm just saying, you know, the rate y'all going,
Parsons is still out.
he
DeMarcus
next.
Who
I mean, y'all ain't got nobody else to get hurt.
Sack the quarterback because Kendricks might not play. Micah is still out. There's still no DeMarcus Lawrence. Who on that Cowboy front seven is going to sack Brock Purdy?
Shit, the turf gonna sack Brock Purdy at the rate y'all playing in San Francisco. It's the turf. It's the turf versus
offensive line is
everybody.
going to find some way to fuck it up.
So Mr. Prunetta, here's what we got. So now the Niners have been linked to a couple of Carolina Panthers, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen. Some might say they might promote T.O. Son from the practice squad onto the main roster. Dante Winter wanted them to get DeAndre Hopkins, but of course now DeAndre Hopkins is catching passes from Kermit the Frog.
We're going to, because I'm not happy about that whatsoever. I think some
Look
people.
at your cousin's face.
Yeah.
Sets up the lineup. You know, I know y'all saw my post on Instagram.
Yeah. I think we're about to see some sort of resurgence. This solidified the script.
What did I say? Don't be shocked if the Miami Dolphins ain't popping bottles this year.
You think they go 20-0? 20-0 for the 3-peat?
Why not? Why not make it spectacular? Why not? The closest team that came to that was the Patriots.
So then what? They gonna talk about him being better than Tom Brady?
No,
Because he went 20-0?
He will never be better than,
If he wins 8 rings.
that's what he would have.
But if he goes
If he
20-0
goes undefeated,
for a 3-peat, something that Tom Brady never did. Yes, Tom Brady has 7, but he never got a 3-peat,
That's the topic
and
of
he
conversation.
never got undefeated.
That would be topic of conversation. But I'm just saying, don't be shocked. Do I want it? Fuck no. I don't want the Chiefs to ever win anything. I hope they lose it. I hope they lose
From
the
Raider
rest of the
fan,
season. But just look at the story. Patrick Mahomes ain't even having
He's playing like crap.
like crap, and they're still undefeated.
Don't have
That's
Pacheco.
that's what I'm telling you. The
Don't
problem
Now
is.
you add
Don't have
D-Hop to it.
Yeah, don't have Pacheco. Travis Kelce is almost becoming washed up now because he's been.
If they win this year, he's done. He's leaving.
I think that's a whole lot of Taylor Swift. More
I don't. Well, because of the travel
Yes.
that he has to do, that has to be a.
His attention is not on football.
Then then to mention you lost Hollywood Brown for the season. You've lost your own quarterback took out Rashid Rice for the season. Okay, you bring back Juju. Juju didn't even play against Santa Clara. So basically, it was a whole bunch of Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt. He wants his phone.
You left your phone out here this whole time. God
Good
damn.
job, kid.
It's over an hour.
Hey, you know what? He didn't need his phone.
No,
He's
making
he's
beats.
focusing on other shit. See, I actually kind of like that. Respect to that.
Making beats.
Respect to that.
So yeah, I mean, it is hard to three-peat in any kind of sport, which is why it rarely happens.
They want the golden boy though.
Huh?
They want the golden boy so bad.
But now, does it sound? It just sounds.
Okay, well, if they wanted the golden boy, then Montana would have three-peated. If they really wanted the golden boy,
See,
then bring him
that's
back.
that's what football. See, now we're talking. I hate to use that word, but it's almost like. How
I think the
football-
NFL would have preferred Dan Marino to win over Joe Montana.
Montana said, "Hold my beer."
Montana said, "I'm going to show you who's the actual GOAT," but I can tell you right now, the NFL would have preferred Dan Marino, their golden boy at that time, to have won a ring at that
Blame
point.
Don Shula for not giving him a running back and having no defense.
I mean, Tua coming back, we're gonna see. You know, according to Tyreek, you know, he finna go off this week.
Threw it right to him, and he is gone.
I don't think the
Tua-
Dolphins.
If I gotta watch
so
Tua on this one more
that's
time.
the-
I think two is one concussion away from just being.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mad Six. Mad Six's comment during his birthday episode.
Yeah, that was.
I really
That
like
shit had me.
I really like those Pitt Panthers jerseys. I do. The Tony Dorsett's, the Dan Marinos.
That shit had me dying. Yeah. No, because for Tua, that's a different kind of concussion now.
Yep.
That concussion that he had last time was more,
Oh, threw it right to him.
you know,
He's in a giving mood.
in the neck. That
And
wasn't.
he is gone.
Look at Pitt. Did they win today, or did Syracuse come back?
Well, I guess we'll find out. But apparently,
Oh, damn, ripped the jersey and everything.
Yeah, there's no comeback on this.
oh, another one.
Oh, damn. Oh, no,
boy.
this is the Syracuse. He threw 4
Oh,
interceptions.
that's a hat trick, folks.
No, he threw 4. He's going to throw another one. We're about to see another one.
41.
Three returned for a touchdown, but he had 4 total.
Jesus.
You know, that was an ass whooping.
He was not seeing the field today. Well, he was seeing the field.
Yeah, he was seeing blue and gold wide open.
Terrible.
Not the orange. Pacers and Knicks tomorrow from the Mecca. Oh baby.
Yeah, but shit, I need to get off of here. I got to get up in a couple hours and.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, Matt Six.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Oh, yeah.
appreciate you for coming on.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely see y'all in person Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's going to be fun.
for the Sunday show.
God, he's looking forward to just talk. He wants to replicate that Super Bowl video so bad.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
The regular season.
I saved a
Oh,
gigabyte.
right.
I saved a gigabyte just for you.
He's been waiting
Oh.
for he hasn't gotten a Cowboy win over the 49ers in a little while. So he's got some pent up shit to get out if the Dallas Cowboys end up coming out with a win for this.
He's only mad about 4 years.
I mean, that's what we keep telling him, but you know, he has his roots.
He has his roots.
So, you know, he goes back to his team, but he's realistic about them for the most part.
They garbage, but you know.
Hot garbage, but
I'll take a win over the Niners any day, so they could be garbage the rest of the year. As long as they win this one, that's all that matters to me. I
that's
can
it.
shut all these fools up that's always talking online. Just stop talking. Like, y'all
Not
are
me,
relevant.
it's them.
Y'all still irrelevant. Like you're
It
irrelevant.
wasn't me. It was the one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest DJ of all time, DJ Matt Six. Love you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Talk to you again, sir.
Oh yeah.
The world's greatest DJ.
Of all time.
Patrick
Do this.
Mahomes 11-19 against the spread.
Yeah.
Cowboys plus 4.5 against the Niners.
There's no point. To
Plus 4.5.
Plus 4.5. Under or the over under is 47.5. The total.
Give me the under.
He's like giving me
47.
47.5 over under.
I get the under.
Yeah, point total.
I get the under.
take the under on that.
But
That's
yes,
it's not going to be a fun game.
Four games in the association. The Celtics beat the Wizards 122-102. In the Battle of Tejas, it was the Dallas Mavericks beating the San Antonio Fundamentals 120-109. And let's see if he did or did not. Luka almost messed around. He was 2 assists, cyber triple-double. Klay Thompson had a nice debut for the Mavericks. He shot 7 of 13, 6 of 10 from 3, had 22 points.
No.
Second highest score behind Luka, he had 28. Kyrie had 15. PJ Washington had 11. Lively had 15 off the bench, and Hardy had 11 off the bench for Dallas. Wemby had 17, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds and 1 assist. As the Mavericks go 1-0. We just saw the Thunder ramp the Nuggets 102-87, and we just saw the Kings lose to the T-Wolves 117-115.
Heartbreaking fashion.
Make you rip and shit. Make you rip and shit.
Thank you, EJ. I know you're going to spam the fuck out of that sound effect for certain. I know that. Oh, that's coming. I knew as soon as I sent that to him, I'm like, he's going to have fun with this one so much.
Mizzle has a doubleheader tomorrow. He has the Warriors and Jazz, and he's got the Sixers and Raptors. Orlando with their home opener against the Nets. The Hornets go to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Pistons go on to Cleveland to take on the Cavs. Just talked about the Pacers going to the Mecca to take on the Knicks. Grizzlies in Houston against the Rockets. Bulls and Bucks in Milwaukee. Suns in Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. And the Pelicans in the Northwest taking on the Trailblazers. That's your NBA slate for tomorrow and for college tomorrow.
Do y'all pay attention fully throughout the NBA season? All 82 games?
After, to the Warriors, yes.
Warriors and Sixers I pay attention to, but and they're mostly sports.
Like the full season?
The rest of the league, I don't pay attention till after football's over.
Yeah. Or when the World Series. I pay attention to basketball when the World Series is over.
Basketball, like for the seasons that 82, 100 plus. After the All-Star break is when it really starts to get interesting.
That's in most of it.
So it's kind of like football is every week because it's not every day.
Now you want to talk about a dandy of a football game tomorrow? We got one in Las Vegas, which if I wasn't here, I'd be there. We got 17th ranked Boise State coming in at 5-1, going to 6-1 UNLV. That should be a dandy tomorrow from the Death Star.
You know what's going to happen?
What's that? There's going to be no defense in that game. I know.
Genty's going to run for 3.
I believe it. But UNLV can also.
Genty's going to Michael Myers his way to 3.
But UNLV can also score too. But we got that. We got Louisville and Boston College tomorrow, 4-3 against 4-3, and Rutgers coming to the Mausoleum at the Coliseum in Los Angeles to take on USC. So we got one.
Rutgers is going to win that game.
I mean,
USC stinks.
Oh yeah, they lost to Maryland.
USC is just talk about a fan base that's full of themselves.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
USC, my God, talk about holding on to the glory days.
Yes.
Y'all were waiting on the day they gave it back to Reggie, didn't you? Holy shit.
Boy.
That was something they were hoping and praying for the entire time.
Rutgers, USC, that's on Fox. Boston College and Louisville, that's on ESPN2. Boise State and UNLV, that's on CBS Sports Network. And of course, Mizzle doesn't care what happens tomorrow or Saturday between Miami and Florida State. He's the team you don't like that wears orange, green, and white.
Yeah, well,
Miami and Florida State.
Yes.
It's not even a game.
Cam Ward is about to have a field day.
I didn't know we watching.
Pulling your phone up.
No need.
Cam Ward may throw for 5.
Cal at home against Oregon State at Memorial Stadium. Fresno State taking on San Jose State in Fresno. That's on True TV.
Ooh, battle for the Valley Trophy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tejas has Vanderbilt.
Watch us fuck around. Watch us fuck around. Watch us fuck around, Mizzle. Watch us fuck around and find out.
Are you still not starting Arch?
Didn't they beat Bama? Or who did they beat? Who did Vanderbilt beat this year?
Bama.
Bama.
It was Alabama. Vanderbilt is 5-2 on the season.
We had talked about that. I had said if Texas played the way they did against Oklahoma against Georgia, it was going to be an ass whooping. That's exactly what's fucking happen. And you think they're gonna if they play like that?
So it's a bye for UC Davis.
You think they play like that? Even Vanderbilt.
They are 7-1 on the season.
They're what, 25 now? They're actually ranked now?
Is Vanderbilt ranked?
Vanderbilt's number 25?
Yeah.
Watch us fuck around.
Sacramento State takes on Idaho State at 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus tomorrow.
In Sacramento?
No, they're in Idaho.
Idaho's like a... Idaho Stadium looks like a...
The Kibbie Dome?
Yeah.
Where the Vandals play?
No, it looks more like a... Like the stadium in Bullhead for the A7FL.
Oh, the field house.
Like an indoor...
Yes.
Look like that, like only one side of the field has stands. Like, yeah, it's kind of... I always thought about like certain football field designs. I think about it going like the athletic director at that time was
Not open.
And
at all.
Goes the equipment.
It wouldn't be live. It wouldn't be live without
Down goes
something.
Flair.
But it's okay though. We have fun with it either way.
Weekly Uncrustables.
Uncrustables consumed. What the fuck?
What does that mean?
What they got?
Uncrustables?
Yes.
What is this? 300? So it's like,
The Broncos at 700.
what does this even mean? What is weekly Uncrustables?
I mean, I do subscribe to the Athletic. What does that mean?
Does this?
I don't know if that's a segment.
Okay, this is just a promotional. She's literally, they're having a promotional deal for Uncrustables. She's having an Uncrustable live on air saying how, yeah, I wouldn't eat this. Like, you're supposed to be promoting it. She has a look on her face like, never in my life. Why would you want, yeah, let's get off camera.
Apparently, it's not tasty to her. So,
That's not good.
obviously, we just
Not a good look.
Thursday night football between the Rams and the Vikings. And then Dewey.
Jets, Patriots, nobody cares.
No.
Eagles, Bengals.
It's starting to get in their little groove back.
Packers, Jaguars.
Pack.
Lions and Titans.
Lions are looking for that number one pick.
Titans or the Lions?
Or the Titans, I'm sorry. The Lions are looking for Super Bowl contention right now. They're minus 12 right now.
Falcons and Buccaneers will be interesting. Two teams fighting in the NFC South. Never as disappointing. Of course, the Falcons did beat the Buccaneers.
Cool, caught that?
Yes, he did.
Cardinals, Dolphins.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasing.
Which
Ugly looking
Tua
game,
is
too.
supposed to be making his return. Ravens and Browns. Good luck, James Winston.
Browns are also
Colts,
looking to be a number one overall pick.
Colts and Texans in Houston. Bolts in Inglewood to take on the Chargers. Bills and the Seahawks.
The Bolts are playing themselves? You mean the Saints?
The Saints are playing the Inglewood Chargers, yes.
I was like, the Bolts are playing this. I'm like, wait a minute. Same team.
And who would have thought you would have saw the 5-2 Commanders playing the 4-2 Chicago Bears?
Daniel.
Who is Chicago? Hold on. I want to see this because, again, I've been talking a whole bunch of
I
shit.
don't think there's going to be any Jayden Daniels, so I don't know how that game
Who have they played at this point?
Nobody. Now we can go through who they have beaten.
They played the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Rams when they sucked.
The Titans.
They lost to the Colts.
Correct.
Lost to the Texans.
The Jaguars will be playing the way they're playing right now.
They beat a shitty Titans. Okay, so they've beat shit teams.
Yes.
Yes. Well, again,
So now we'll see. Caleb Williams got his tune-up games. Let's see what he really has now. Because I think Jaden Williams is like, you know what? I'm about to run through you.
Which Bryce Young will once again restart. Chiefs and Raiders at the Death Star.
You mean the Chiefs just showing up?
Yes. Sunday night game.
Minus 9.5.
50-point route.
And on Monday night, God why, the East Rutherford Giants.
What the fuck is this?
Go Steelers.
Who? I feel like I asked this. I'm a broken record. Who the fuck makes these schedules?
The competition.
What is the what is?
Oh, what a catch by JJ.
It's a committee.
Good lord. That's just poetry.
Somebody looked at this game
Yes.
and said, "You know what's a moneymaker on Monday night prime time?
Giants and Steelers. In Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?"
And then it gets worse because the other East Rutherford team will be on Thursday Night Football the following Thursday against the Texans.
That field is about to claim at least 2 to 3 more lives.
Yeah, straight up. Now, look, I'm just sitting here thinking about it like, wow. Yeah.
Hold on, I think the Jets are on the road against Houston. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
That might be better.
Hold on.
Yeah, they are on the
The
road.
Jets are at home.
Oh, it's over. It's bad. It's bad.
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, it won't be the same.
The team that takes away players' careers.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys are watching either on the All Pro JAFFOs or the Mizzle and Dub show, continue watching live, having a good time here live in person, talking sports, talking shit about things going on. If you don't get a chance to catch either one of the shows live, go ahead to the Mike and Colby Sports Network
Yes.
over on Roku and Fire TV to be able to catch the replays. And if you're catching us on the Mike and Colby Sports Network over on Roku and Fire TV, and you want to see the live show as it happens instead of having to wait for the replay, go ahead and check Mizzle and Dub show on YouTube and JAFFOs TV for the All Pro JAFFOs live.
Although I'm quite sad because even though I'm happy to see Lillian Garcia back, I'm sad to see Samantha Irvin go.
I think we all are. Well, you know what? Honestly, I saw some people happy that she's going.
And those people are hateful, jealous motherfuckers.
Yes. Yes.
We all know what the schedule is like for the WWE.
Correct.
If she wants to take a break, let her take a break.
On her music career.
Yes.
If she wants to do that, let her do that.
Yes, nothing wrong with that.
If she wants to go be the announcer for AEW, who are you to stop her?
Not
She wants to go be with her husband?
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Why are we
Let it
hitting
go
on that?
happen. Let it happen. Who cares? Why the fuck do some of you give a shit the way you do? It doesn't make any sense to me. She's an announcer, not the actual talent, not the ones putting on the show.
Because it's real to them, damn it. I will never forget that song. It's still real to me, damn it.
And now they're bringing Lillian, which is fine, which is great. I love Lillian Garcia. She's great, all timer.
Yes.
But let the people live their lives, make the decision that they want. So people will invest so much time and money
Something
and
that they shouldn't be doing all that time and investing.
no. So don't some of y'all work?
So is the BBC
What? The Bullet Club. Okay.
Yes.
Why did you add an extra B?
Because that's what they call themselves, the BBC.
They call. Hold on.
They do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
They are currently calling themselves the Bullet Club. Just BC.
I know. Well, as William Regal before he left to come back to NXT, he says, "I am BBC for life." That's what he said. But that's just that's here nor there.
The,
But
wow.
the Bullet Club.
That's an interesting name to go by. And they have that on shirts. I guarantee it.
I'm sorry, it's the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the actual, like the Bullet Club.
No, not in Japan.
Like, calling themselves the BBC for no reason at all.
But is the Blackpool Combat Club, are they trying to recreate the NWO storyline in AEW?
It feels that way.
That way, as if Stone Cold were leading the group. That's what they're looking for. Not Hogan, but like if Stone Cold was leading that type of group, how would it have looked? I think that's what they're trying to make, especially with Moxley's promos that he's been doing. It's looking like that rule break. He's got the full shaved head and everything. Got the ears. He's looking like, primetime Stone Cold. So it's an NWO angle with Stone Cold as the head instead of Hogan. That's the take that I'm looking at on it.
I don't disagree.
Interesting take.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works for him.
I might chime in a little bit on that. I don't know if I'll watch it all the way, but I'll chime in.
Kennesaw State beat Liberty today.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
27 to 24.
Got their first win of the season. Good for them.
Hold on, that was their first win?
That was Liberty's first loss, but that was the other team's first win.
Yo, trap game.
Oh, yes.
They rushed the field on this one.
Partying all tonight.
Wow. Well, that probably ruined Liberty's hopes.
Possibly.
They kind of needed to go undefeated.
Yes. And one more time, guys. If you haven't done it yet, do your civil duty. Go vote. We're not telling you who to vote for, but do your civic duty. Make it count. For those that say your vote doesn't count, I call BS, because if something's not going the way you want it to, and you didn't vote, you can't say crap, because you didn't do your civic duty by casting your vote. So again, we're not telling you who to vote for, but go rock the vote.
It's always
Not
good.
like Puff Daddy.
No. Why do you... See, this is how you turn people off to doing the activity that you want them to do by mentioning that man's name. It's like the boogeyman. Or what was it, Beetlejuice? Say his name 3 times, and he's just going to come through all slicked out in baby oil. You're going to fuck around with powers that you do not understand. Greased up deaf guy. That is what P. Diddy's going to come out looking like. You keep talking about him like that in conversations like that. We can't be doing that.
Go vote.
Yes, go vote. Don't worry about Diddy. Go vote.
That's the main part of that. That's the focus of it. Just go vote.
Go vote.
I mean, he might have some people who are... Never mind. That's a whole nother podcast. A whole nother...
No political.
What is the what's the college game y'all are looking forward to the most?
Oh. Did they have? It seemed like they had the big Navy's the one
Anybody
that
thinking Navy?
beat Army.
Yep, no, they're
Navy
both.
is
They're both
That's
undefeated.
what makes it,
Now how would that be
If Navy wins,
if the yearly Army Navy game both teams come in undefeated? What scene would that be in Philadelphia at the link?
That should put that prime time.
that would have to be. I mean, game day's got to be there.
Yeah.
College game day has to be there for that.
I agree.
Would somebody kick the field goal in the uniform?
That would be sick.
Who is Army playing this week?
Question.
I know Navy's playing, or do they have a bye week? Looks like they have a bye week.
Navy's playing
Army
Notre
might
Dame.
have a bye week.
Who's playing Notre Dame?
Navy is.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm.
That might be the game. Yeah.
Army has the week off
At 9 a.m.
on the 2nd against Air Force, who are 1-6.
You wouldn't want Notre Dame Navy to be a primetime game? The way things are going? Maybe not primetime, but at least better than 9 a.m.
You make a valid point.
9 a.m. seems a little
Disrespectful.
slightly.
Or will they be the more intriguing game because you know how sometimes the
Well, I don't know if anybody else is
games
gonna-
are the blowout games.
What other games in the morning actually mean something other than this one?
That's what they got their own time slot to
Ohio
themselves.
State and Nebraska.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, Nebraska's 5-2. Ohio State's 5-1. Ohio State is ranked 4th.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Realistically wise,
It doesn't give that.
No,
name
but
of
you
the
have
game.
but you have number 20 Illinois coming to Autzen, taking on number 1 Oregon. Illinois is 6-1. Oregon is 7-0. You got Alabama and Missouri. Missouri ranked 21. Alabama 15th. Missouri 6-1. Alabama 5-2.
Missouri wins. Alabama's fucked.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
But they'll still find a way to make it like the 11th or 12th seed.
now an almost primetime game, which should be a very dandy of a game, is 8th ranked and 6-1 LSU taking on 14th ranked, also at 6-1 Texas A&M in at A&M, which of course JP could care less. He'll probably say, "Tiger, we go feast on some Aggies."
Please.
Yeah.
By all means.
And of course, JP's precious Bevo taking on the Commodores of Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee at First Bank Stadium.
Where's your confidence level on that? 1 to 10.
Can you see what it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like about a 9.
Looks like about 2.
That's being generous.
It all depends on who we have behind or in the backfield at the helm.
Even though the matchup predictor has Texas a 90.7% chance of winning to the 9.3 that Vanderbilt has.
It's that 9.3 I'm worried about.
Oh baby, there it is.
That's the part I'm worried about. The fact that we still have a quarterback who there's nothing about his game right now is telling me that he's healthy. They rushed him back, and I think he rushed himself back because he saw that he was about to lose his fucking job.
Should have just stuck with Arch. I said that when y'all played Georgia. Should have stuck with
He
Arch.
did 2 series. You didn't give him enough time to do shit. And now all of a sudden these rumors are starting to come around about him wanting to go to Georgia. So, yeah. There were rumors going around that he was asking about what Carson Beck's situation and how the transfer portal works.
Oh baby.
That I didn't know.
So instead of giving him a chance, you then pissed him off to the point where he might be thinking about other options.
Never want that.
You decided to go with Ewers, who can't run to save his life, who can't throw the fucking deep ball to save his life now. He's a 3rd-round pick at best. At best. He's a 3rd-round pick.
Squeeze him in the 1st round. You know that.
Fuck no. Who?
Some team will.
Who in their right mind? This is coming from a fucking Texas fan, by the way.
Probably Jerry Jones.
Stop it. He doesn't draft quarterbacks. Well,
He needs to draft Ashton Genty is what he needs to do.
That would
He
help.
had Derrick Henry in his backyard.
Yeah, but Jerry Jones is not going to pay for an aging quarterback like that, regardless of how good and
But he
who it
paid a
is.
1-year aging Zeke for 1 year.
Okay, I can't begin to explain or understand why Crazy does what Crazy does.
Well, like Forrest Gump said, stupid is as stupid does.
Life's a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
It's really easy, very simple actually. Very simple words to actually understand.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Thompson.
but I don't know, man. I look at this team and now I'm starting to doubt Sark's real, like, what he's actually trying to do.
Do you think he's losing the team?
No, because everybody's paid.
Yes.
Everybody's got their money, so everybody's going to be happy.
Yeah.
So as long as everybody's paid, we're going to be good. We'll be fine. And with Texas, the way their boosters and everything work, I'm not going to have any problem with anybody getting paid. Now, certain decisions may cause individual skill players or star players to want to explore options, but that's something he's going to have to learn. You have somebody in Arch Manning who can take your team to the next level. You can open up the playbook. You can do more. Then
they gave him all day to shoot. Good Lord.
Then having a quarterback who is hurt, he's probably playing at 70% at best. At best, he's at 70%. If you watch the way he plays, he tries to put everything he has into that deep ball. And there's nothing behind it. It's nothing but air and quack, quack, quack. That is the only thing that has happened. Receivers are constantly having to come back for the ball. At that point, you're hoping for a PI call with those passes.
Or throwing Dervis on the field.
Whichever it is that you need to rely on to get it done, because he needs his offensive line to play it at an elite level.
Yes.
He needs his run game to play at an elite level.
That
Otherwise,
that manly running game, yes.
It's a wrap. Agreed.
he hasn't been able to come from behind either. If we're losing, you can forget about it. Once we get in like mid-third, fourth quarter, if we're losing, I don't care if it's by 3. I don't care if it's by 3, by 2, by 1. Doesn't matter.
What goes on with these double-digit leads that you guys just let go?
Taking a playbook out of Kyle Shanahan, I guess.
It's the Kyle Shanahan way.
He's from Texas too, so I don't know.
He went to Tejas.
Yeah.
Play with Chris.
You know, that might be where he learned it. I don't know.
He learned it from Mac Brown.
Yeah, but at least Mac Brown was successful.
Yes, he beat USC. Thank you very much.
National titles.
Yes.
Vince Young.
The crystal
And ended the USC run, and they haven't been right ever
crystal
since.
ball. Yes.
That was the game that broke the USC psyche.
Yeah.
Because wasn't that Vince Young touchdown on 4th down?
He's got the corner. Vince Young scores. Yes.
Just like that, 4th down. Easy.
Yes.
Easy work.
That was King Jack.
Although I'm not going to lie, I was telling my mom, I don't know about this. It's not looking good. We're looking pretty bad right now.
Oof.
And then Reggie Bush made that dumbass lateral.
Yes.
And then I look going, oh, we may have a chance now.
And then
Stupid decisions like that are going to keep us in the game.
JP cried tears of joy when the burnt orange and white confetti came down from the sky into the Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
Wow.
On the
Football
Pacific-
wise, that's the only championship in my lifetime I've ever enjoyed.
Oh God, that's not good.
Baseball wise, I've gotten to wisdom. You know.
So I've enjoyed
Giants.
the Giants and the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the Florida State. I've seen
Right.
Florida State win.
But like football wise, I have yet to witness a either national champ or like I would say a full on like especially for professional, never seen. Because I mean I was 3 years old in '94 for that, so I wasn't even really conscious of the game at that point.
I was in the 6th grade going to Pennycook Elementary in Vallejo, California.
Am I making you feel old with that? No, because I even feel old because
Yeah.
look at this guy right here,
Well,
24
all
years
I know
old.
is,
God damn it.
12
Be in
years
my 20s again.
12 years ago today, at the big phone booth that was AT&T Park, the Panda took Justin Verlander deep twice, and then Pablo, to add icing on the cake, hits a third, which, now here's the kicker, folks. I only Albert Pujols,
Good company.
Reginald Martinez Jackson, George Herman Ruth, and Pablo Sandoval, the only four men to hit 3 home runs in one World Series game. Pujols did it in 2011 against the Rangers, obviously. Reggie did it against the Dodgers back in Game 6 of '77. Babe Ruth, of course, back in the '32 World Series against the Cubs. The same World Series where he called his shot. And, of course, Pablo, 12 years ago today, made Justin Verlander say wow because, well, Pablo is the only person I know that can hit like cricket and still
Go golfing.
go golfing like Vladimir Guerrero and hit one over the fence.
Damn, that was 12 years ago?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
I feel old.
Yes.
You feel old?
Okay, I was
What are you, 10?
I was 12.
You're 12 at that point?
Mm-hmm.
My math is all off,
I was
obviously.
29, awaiting to turn 30.
29.
Were you even like conscious of baseball at that point?
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
Yes.
I wanted. Oh my gosh, I hated Verlander so. Oh my gosh, I wanted them to win that series so bad.
Yeah,
I
Verlander
used
was
to despise Justin Verlander.
Very good against the A's in the division series.
Yeah, he was a damn good pitcher.
Swept the Yankees in the ALCS. Thank you, Detroit. And then
Well, at least give him that.
Miguel Cabrera is still looking for the slider from Sergio Romo and not the fastball that he took down the middle of the plate. he's still looking for the Romo slider
Not bad.
in his Triple Crown year. Just
Boy, that one was amazing.
no, because I mean because you know
That one felt better.
because you know Sergio Romo.
No, I think the Fear the Beard one, that one was.
Brian
There's
Wilson.
nothing like the first one
Yeah. Okay.
because it was more of like, all right,
The first one.
But the best performance.
was the
I-
sweet.
I-
No, I would say
no.
Madison Bumgarner in Kansas City.
Oh,
Record wise,
Just to see that the fans when he walked out that bullpen
You talk
and
about
Fox panned that whole stadium and they were just went from
somebody who had an aura when he came out of that bullpen.
like Bob Gibson,
Everybody in Kansas City that day
they're like
knew it was over.
They're like shit.
We were about, like, fuck, we're about to watch the Giants celebrate on our field
They were
right
like,
now.
damn it, Beavis.
It's over for us because Bumgarner could not be touched.
well, he still has one of the best performances or some
The ERA.
ERA percentage
Yeah.
in the World Series. Like he
On the road, his road ERA in the World Series is
Like
0.25. 0.25 on the road.
That means
The
nobody's
man-
getting on base.
The
Nobody's
man
running.
has only given up one total run in the World Series.
he's telling the whole infield and outfield to take a break. It's just about to be me and Buster Posey. That's basically, or we're gonna get a few ground balls here. You get a few ground balls, a couple of fly balls. But other than that, it's me and Posey.
You'll get a little bit of work here and there,
The
but
2012 team had the best record out of the three.
Yes, they did.
Um,
But that Kansas City one was
but,
just
but the 2012
the dominance.
masterful.
But the 2014 team just had a whole bunch of fight and bulldog in them. The 2010 team absolutely had no business winning.
That was the stressful team.
Yes.
That was the team that everyone was like, "Good God, my
That was the
blood
roller
pressure
coaster.
is."
Yeah, that was the torture. That was
Yes.
the torture.
Yep,
Yeah, that
torture
was torture.
That
season.
was the torture team.
That was the torture team. Yeah.
But damn it,
I guess your first one is always the torturous.
Because you want it.
Right.
You
You're,
want it. So
you're
you
hungry
just-
for it,
Well,
so
yeah, I
it's
mean,
making you.
We expect
But the way they were doing it,
But
though,
just think
it's
about
just
it.
like you gotta
they
fucking
did
stop
not,
it.
They didn't clinch the division to the last day of the season.
That's true.
Okay, then you get a gift against the Braves with, the error, with the error.
Take it.
Then all of a sudden, Cody Ross takes Roy Halladay deep twice. Then Brian Wilson paints the corner off that cutter on Ryan Howard, and Ryan Howard still looked like what?
He's still looking at it.
What was that?
He's still looking for it.
Then not to mention Juan Uribe, who replaced Pablo because Pablo was not on the roster during that.
That's
run.
true.
Juan
That's true.
Uribe was the strength of baseman. His clutch home run in Game 6, then his big home run in Game 1, then older than dirt Edgar Renteria hitting the biggest
Yep.
home run in Giants history.
Yeah.
And of course, you hear Dave Fleming's voice crack on the radio saying, "Go!" which is one of the great calls on KBR. Then to have Kite be the first guy to call the last out because he's been there for a lot of the heartbreak. And of course, for us, I jump out of my chair because I'm like, this really has happened because those bastards in 2002, damn it, you were 6 outs away. But why in the hell you gonna bring in Felix Rodriguez and not Tim Morrell? Like, what the hell?
The fact that Barry Bonds does not have a ring
Asinine.
is the fact that the fucking arguably next to obviously
The greatest,
God Willie Mays.
They still can't find that
the
baseball.
greatest team he ever played on didn't even make the postseason.
They still can't find that baseball he hit in Anaheim.
Because his first year with the Giants, they won 103 games, but the damn Braves won 104 and won the West. And that was the year before they had the first wild card, the only wild card teams. Because from '94 until about 2019, it was one wild card team. Then became 2 wild card teams playing the one game playoff. And now it's 3 wild cards. You get to make it. But I mean, really, like I said, this is the first time since 2013 where you have the number 1 seeds playing each other because
Okay.
well, because normally the number 1 seeds don't match because they're getting eliminated by the team that's got the hot hand. Like last year, it was the Diamondbacks that did it. Like I said, the only reason why the Yankees are in the World Series is because they didn't play their daddies, the Astros.
The Astros have been a problem for the Yankees
Yes,
for
they have.
a long
Yes.
time.
Yes. You will choke. You will find a way to do it because you always do. You will not disappoint. You will find a way to choke.
Shohei, they really protected his ass.
Oh yeah.
They really protected him.
Yeah.
They had to because you know why? It's like you have another Pete Rose on your hand.
Can you imagine the amount of money they would have lost?
He will also be a key because he has been a big, big trade for the Yankees, getting Jazz from the Marlins.
Yeah. But
They got kind of a young squad too.
Yeah. Volpe, future at shortstop. We talked about Verdugo in the outfield. We talked about Gleyber Torres, who's kind of like the oldest Yankee next to Judge. But, I mean, for me, it still starts with Judge. Judge has to set the tone, but I think everybody will follow that man's lead because he's going to get paid next year. He's not going to get Shohei money, but damn it, he's going to get paid.
You don't think so?
They won't pay him. They won't pay him more than Shohei Ohtani. They won't.
Where does he go? Does he stay a Yankee?
It will be
Because I know there's a team on the West Coast who's starting to make big time talks with a man that was a former player
Oh yeah.
and a World Series champion
Gerald will try.
on all 3 of those teams.
Gerald will try his hardest to get him to sign. Absolutely, he will.
negotiations will be a lot better when
Yes.
it comes with the Giants.
I'll say like this: with Posey in the room trying to close a deal, at worst, he will make them think about it.
Yeah.
He'll make them think about it because again, the Giants, just like these bastards, both teams in the World Series, the Giants is a pillar franchise, like the Cardinals, like the Reds, like the Red Sox, in the major leagues. I think the Giants franchise still has the most wins ever in baseball out of all the teams, if I am not mistaken. So they are a pillar franchise. They have a tremendous amount of tradition, just like these 2 teams that we don't want to watch play in the World Series tomorrow. But
Yeah.
facts are facts.
It's not fun. It's not fun to deal with.
But Fox got what they want, so have at it, Fox. Hope you're freaking happy.
They really did push for this, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, Aaron's been calling it for the last 3 years.
Shohei's insane, though.
He is.
Right?
He is.
Shohei versus Judge. That's about to be a. Again, as much as I fucking hate both franchises,
Yes.
it's kind of like,
It's good for TV.
jeez, it's
Good
the matchup is not terrible.
No, it's not.
until it
Again.
comes to the bullpen.
Again, it's
The bullpen,
It's
yeah.
the 12th time these teams have met in the World Series. The first time in 43 years where I wasn't even thought of yet, back when they met back in 1981, which, again, I need to point this out. The Dodgers still have not won a World Series in a full season since 1988.
That part.
Because 1981, there was a strike.
COVID.
Was it a full season? We're not even going to talk about 2020 and the 60-game sprint.
Yeah.
But if you want to claim that, you
Go ahead.
Go ahead. But
It's like the Lakers claiming the mid-season
Yes.
trophy.
yes, or the Disneyland championship, if you will.
Not the in-tournament championship.
I can't believe they hung a fucking banner. I can't believe. Spit on Kobe's fucking grave. That's what they did. No, seriously. When they hung the banner, they
If Kobe would have saw
Kobe
that,
was on
if
record.
Kobe would have saw that, Kobe would be like, take that ish down now. Take it down
Kobe
now.
said, "We're not hanging nothing but championships." They hung a mid-season banner.
Yes, he says we do not hang conference championship banners or division banners. We don't do that.
Mid-season fucking tournament. A mid-season fucking tournament.
And those in-season tournament courts are hideous. Oh, they look so hideous.
Why? Why even have this?
Because the NBA wants it. Because the NBA knows they can't compete against the NFL. Because the NFL is king in the United States of America when it comes to sports. And betting on it.
This is why Europeans are taking over the NBA.
Yes. Yes. Making these NBA players look like little boys. Like when you have Luka Doncic, who's like 25, talking about this is easy compared to what I went through.
He was playing since he was like 15, 16
Yes.
years
Against
old.
grown men.
Grown man. Playing against grown man.
He knows. He's already been against the ringer. Playing against grown men, this is easy. I've had to play against people 10 years my fucking senior. For what? Like, because I'm just that good. And then Wemby, this alien freaking nature ass basketball player.
He's going to be good.
It's insane. Bulked up to 235.
Big men should not be as fluid as him the way he moves. That's not supposed to happen.
He might have extended Pop's career by 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
He really might have.
I keep telling y'all, do not sleep on the San Antonio fundamentals.
In a couple of years, yeah.
When they start winning in, you're going to be like,
Hell, maybe you might see him do something this year.
you're going to be like, damn it, them again.
I wouldn't
yes.
say that early. Not that early. They got another year, maybe two.
I would say year 3. You should see the progress. But yeah, the Spurs are going to be winning again. You're like, damn it, them again. Like, yes, them.
Quietly, though.
The best ran organization,
Quietly.
one of the best ran organizations in professional sports.
You would never hear how
The San Antonio fundamentals.
because it would be so quiet.
It's what they do. It's what the fundamentals do.
It will forever be that way as long as Pop is at the helm.
Oh yes,
Agreed.
well,
That's going to be a very different feel when he leaves.
yes.
Big shoes to fill.
But I trust their front office, just like I trust the front
You,
office.
you think he's going to be the one like I'm gonna do this till I drop?
No,
No, because I think he wanted to retire like a couple of years ago.
he probably wanted to leave after Tim Duncan retired because Tim Duncan was supposed to.
Well, he's already got the wins record, right?
Hands down, he should.
He's got all pretty much all the coaching records,
He should.
other than I think championships.
He should.
Because I think Phil Jackson's he's got what 10 as a
11.
coach, 11 as a coach. So he's obviously under that, but wins wise, he's already got that. Like, what more does he have? And he's what in his
He's in his
late
70s, I think.
70s,
I think he's in his 70s.
late 70s or early 70s?
I think early.
Who's the oldest coach? Like, what's the longest tenured head
Sorry,
coach?
Pop is 75.
25.
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
He
High level though.
and he looks pretty fucking good for his age.
At a high level too.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, from East Chicago, Indiana.
He might.
Hard to believe he was a Warriors assistant for 2 seasons.
Wow.
You imagine that?
Well,
Oh.
I mean, he was the Spurs assistant for the first 4 years from 88 to 92, then came with Nelly for 2 seasons, then went back to San Antonio, and well, we know what happened after that.
A whole bunch of what if stories, like how franchises and stuff like that could have completely turned around. Had certain can you imagine if Belichick would have stayed with the Jets instead of basically signing with them, turning and leaving? Can you just different coaching? You see with the Washington.
Yeah.
How many head coaches out there now that they had on their coaching staff? Had they actually made the right decisions and stuff like that, they could be looking completely different.
Well, they're in good hands now.
Is it the coach or is it the player?
I say a little bit of both.
Who's the coach? Who's the head coach?
He got to wasn't Dan Quinn.
Who's their OC?
B. Rabbit.
Kingsbury.
Oh, Cliff Kingsbury right now.
Kingsbury.
Cliff?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's a better OC than he is a head coach. I'll say
I could probably give him. Yeah, I'd probably give him that.
better. He's one.
Definitely better than being a head coach. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But Washington Jaden Daniels he's going to be a winner for that organization. Now, what they do from here on out, from name change and all, they might go right back to what they were.
Okay, to answer your question, yes, Popovich has the all-time most wins as head coach with 1,388. So obviously he will get to over 1,400.
It's like 4 lifetimes.
Nelly, 1,335. Lenny Wilkins, 1,332. Jerry Sloan, 1,221. Pat Riley, 1,210. George Karl, 1175. Bill Jackson, 1155. Glenn doesn't have no voice, Doc. He's got 1114. Larry Brown, 1098. Rick Ellerman, 1042. Spolstra has 750. Rick Carlisle has 943. Those are
Spolstra's at 750 now?
Yeah, 750.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the Popovich.
So maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was LeBron. I don't know.
Yes, the Popovich man has.
But who was the old when they retired, they were the oldest. If Pop is 75, was there anybody older than that? Is anybody in their 80s coaching? I know there can't be anybody coaching in their 90s.
I know Bill Fitch coached for a very long time.
If anybody was coaching into their 90s, then they must have 4 to 5 wives and 10 different children. Because there's no way in hell that you were able to maintain a normal lifestyle than everybody else. Because that's literally dedicating your entire life. So you went to the
Brown
ground.
coached at age 71. Larry Brown coached at age 69. Don Nelson was 69. Which, of course, as we know now, Popovich is 75.
So Pop might be the oldest of all time as well.
Yes.
Jesus.
This is true.
That whole organization is going to completely change once he leaves.
Yeah.
And it might not be for the better. They might not know what to do.
I agree.
They've had him for so long. What do you do to?
How do you replace that?
And they're obviously going to go with the cliche. Well, you can't replace the Pop. Well, you better fucking find out how. You better figure it out quick.
There's probably somebody on that staff that'll take over.
Or Becky
Who, though?
Hammond.
Could it be?
She's running the G League. But I believe the Spurs are handed down to somebody on the staff.
I think if Pop gives her
The blessing.
what do they call it? Not the recognition.
Stamp of approval.
Essentially, yeah.
Something that degree.
If he goes and says, "Hey, you want to find somebody who has best qualified to replace me? This is who it is."
Mm-hmm.
If it happens to be her,
I think
she'll get the thumbs up.
I think it might.
But if he kind of goes, he goes off into the sunset and then doesn't really give anything else after that, they might
reach out.
we'll see what they end up doing because again, He's been there for so long. He's been there for my entire lifetime.
Yeah, mine as well.
So Spurs pop. They might rename the fucking floor after him. They might rename the whole arena after him.
Might get a street named after him.
At that point, he's definitely gonna get a statue.
He's getting something.
That's for goddamn sure. They might have the statue put inside the stadium somewhere near the court. They might do, because what he meant to that organization is just what he did for the game of basketball. At that too, it's second to none. You can't replace that. You can't hope to replace that.
No.
Separate or finding a generational talent after a generational. Well, given his tenure, it's like 4 or 5 generational talents, all wrapped up in one. That many different careers. I mean, what do you over 1,700? 1,700 wins?
No, 1388.
13. Okay. Still.
Over 1,500 if you include his postseason wins.
I mean, kind of have to. So over 1,500 wins. That's insane. That's insanity.
Crazy.
Like certain historical records. For somebody to get that close, not only do they need to be consistent, they need to do it for a long period of time.
Yep.
And nowadays, how often are coaches going at it for that long?
It's rare. True.
60s, sure. 70s? There's very, very few.
It's rare.
There's not a whole lot that go and do that. So for him to be able to separate life from sport, and do what he's done, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
That's
Hands down.
100%.
He's
Like,
first ballot easy.
if they could skip the wait period, they would.
Yeah, I think he's in already.
Yeah, so it's pretty ridiculous what we get to. I mean, hindsight's always 2020.
That's what they say.
We're spoiled. I love the sports the way it's going.
Yep.
Especially with college. It's getting.
You like what's going on for you in college?
No, I'm talking about the whole direction of what's going on.
Oh, okay.
My team, just like what's.
But okay, so do you think NIL is good or bad for college?
I would say it's a little bit of both, because I believe that these athletes should get compensated for what they're doing on the field besides the education that they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they're abusing it per se,
Especially if you're using my likeness.
Exactly.
And my image.
So I believe they should get, because some of these players are not going for the next stage.
Yeah, some won't make it.
They just want to go
Get as much as they can now while they're.
Yep. Some of them gonna be doctors, lawyers, firemen, women, whatever. Something. They're not gonna be professional athletes. So yeah, compensate them a little bit for playing football, especially if you're gonna put them out there like that.
Absolutely.
I've been saying that way before the NIL was even thought of. Back in that, what I always thought a college player got paid until I found out they didn't. I'm like, whoa, why not?
Yeah. Well, it's not even just couldn't get paid. They were restricted on a lot of shit. They couldn't accept gifts. They couldn't accept a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
And for those who at that time of shit, even now, living off basically your scholarship money,
It's not good.
you were struggling. You were putting all the work on the field. All the money that's being put into the pockets of these universities because of what you've been doing on the field. And you're over here eating bologna and top ramen.
Oh yeah.
Every goddamn night.
Top ramen.
Oh well, we give them meals and stuff. You give them 2 to 3 meals a day. That's it.
In the cafeteria.
If anybody has played athletics, 2 to 3 meals a day is not fucking enough.
Not for no one.
It's
Not for no
that's
lineman.
for O lineman, for any position, because the way their schedule is, you need to have the calories, you need to have the fuel, because they're over here. God.
Is he doing what he does best?
He talked and then quick.
So that means the end is near.
that means the end is
The end
definitely
is definitely near. That's
but you need to give them more than what
He
they.
already caught me. He already caught me in our parents' house.
caught your ass today too.
You are an asshole.
Don't fall asleep around me like that then.
How long, EJ? How long has it been going? You got the time there?
Almost at 3 hours.
Close to 3.
Well, he did say it was damn near gonna be 3 hours.
You did say depending on how things go. Now we see where things are going. Things are starting. We've already talked about a whole hell of a lot.
And down goes Frazier.
Love live TV.
Yes.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching live on JAFFOs TV or Mizzle and Dove YouTube channel, once again, yes, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. If you haven't seen the live, go check out the replay on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV. If you're watching us
Fire TV
on Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV, and you want to catch the live, go on to JAFFOs TV or the Mizzle and Dove Show and be able to catch. We're pretty much regulars on each other's show all the time. So,
like I already said, we're already honorary JAFFOs.
There's a lot to talk about in the sports world. So covering it amongst 2 podcasts is kind of.
Yes, but did you talk about your promotion on with EJ?
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I said that. I said it earlier.
Okay. Well, I was getting the kid.
Oh yeah. No, I was happy about it. What was funny is like all the feedback and stuff like that after it. I don't know. I've been doing this for a little while, all right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good job. Congratulations. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been doing this for a minute.
Hear the man's play-by-play skills. That's all.
I need to. I'm a little rusty. I can get it now. I can get it back into it. It's not. If you have me on play-by-play, that's where it'll be rusty. Color commentary, golden.
Well,
That'll be golden. The color commentary is just reactionary.
Well,
That's
eventually,
easy.
I will be the summer on to JP's man. We'll get there one day.
Oh, we'll if they figure out a way to get me to be able to call some of the A7FL games from here with y'all, that
It's possible.
I know it's possible. Mel's been talking about it.
Yeah.
There's other things that we've been trying to get accomplished.
It's a whole lot of stuff coming. This is just the tip of
Rob him legally.
what?
Mike and Colby got some plans for us too. So
Oh well.
I don't want to get too much into it right now because that's giving away way too much.
Yes.
Never let them know your next move.
Yes, keep the people guessing.
But
Keep them guessing.
there's a lot coming our way that I'm really excited for. Being able to do stuff like this. I know, Dub, that you're going to be heading back home soon, but being able to kind of get this while we're here. I mean, it's still obviously not the last show we're ever going to do, but we're going to figure out more opportunities to be able to kind of get this type of production setting, this in person, because
I like
it's
this.
it's so much easier to bounce it
Yeah, this is nice.
off, when you're here, and then when we got
The prodigy.
prodigies over here.
I like seeing it happen,
Although I do have one question. Why do you wear all 3 buttons on your polo shirt?
Because,
Okay, I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question.
Like everybody asks me that.
Okay, as long
I
as
don't know.
as long as your neck can breathe, that's all I care about.
I don't like.
As long as you got neck room, that's all I care about.
Okay, so what I don't do, I don't wear like when I don't have a tie on or like my button up. Of course, I won't wear the top button. But it's like when I have a polo on, I don't know.
You have your whole style.
It's actually a pretty decent question.
I just wanted to ask. He answered my question.
Am I not supposed to?
No, you can do it however you want to do. I was just curious as to why.
You show chest hair if you want to.
A lot of people don't. Well, most people, i.e. me, I don't do the top.
even though
The bottom one,
even
sure.
though-
The top one,
Even though I must say he did have it like you back on September the 2nd, 1997. He did have it.
we went back to all the way to '97.
No, September the 2nd is when me and him met. And I can
Came in with the button up.
and I can tell you exactly what he wore. He had
This is like, you're out here telling my business.
No, it's fine. It's already been out there.
we told the story many times. We had a black polo shirt, all buttoned up, and green jeans. And I mean gray. I'm sorry, gray. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, if you would have showed up with the green dreams, I'm hey, I need to make friends with that guy. Right there. The one with the green jeans walking around, that's a bold ass statement over here. I'm gonna go with this guy. He seems fun.
Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. He wanted to fight my ass because I would not leave him alone.
You notice that look? You look at somebody and they look up and the eye contact is made. You're like, this motherfucker's about to come talk to me. And sure as shit, he got up and sat next to me, and I'm like, the conversation was good, but it just kept going, and I'm like, bro, number one, I do not really want to be at this school. I'd rather be at El Cerrito High, but yet I'm here in Fairfield High. So let me just.
Which made two of us because I wanted to be an Apache like a ball, but it didn't happen.
But then the rest is history.
Here we are. 27 years later.
And now doing a show.
Yes.
And now all these opportunities coming up. It's been a fun ride.
Be aware, America. Be aware.
Mm-hmm.
We coming. We coming, damn it.
Well, as Mel says, rob them legally.
Let's do it.
Right in front of their fucking face.
And
That's
then ask
what we're gonna
questions
end up
later
doing.
when we cash a check and we on the damn, we on the yacht.
And they're wondering, oh, what is this? I was like, oh, you don't remember that last time when we tried to all have it?
We told y'all to get on the train. We tried to tell y'all, get on the train now.
We still got room by all
Yes.
means. Come on.
Don't get
By
left,
all
Don't
means.
get left behind. Then you'll be asking God why. Don't do that.
Next train ticket coming around may take a while, so
Yes.
get on while you can. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time. Looks like Sunday is gonna be a nice little.
Maybe we might just be out watching the football game that day. But we can put the laptop up and live stream possibly. But we'll see.
We'll figure something out. You're definitely gonna get some sort of content because I know Mad Sticks is gonna be in the building. He's itching. He is itching. So, everybody have a great weekend. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us.
Go Yankees.
We'll see you next time.
Be
Mizzle and Dove, JP from All-Pro JAFFOs from DJ Mad Sticks,
Family
DJ Wizzle.
collaboration.
Family collaboration.
In
This
the
shit was fun.
books.
This was fun. We're gonna do it again soon sometime. I promise. We'll see you guys again later. Deuces.